Oh man, yes. All right. Hey. I feel it's a special Thursday night. I feel that there's special content in the air. Man, I'm gonna get right to the intro. This is made in the 1980s. This is an escape from your grown-ass life. This is also what I believe is the podcast debut from one of my longest comrades here in life. I'm Camp from the Port. You know that. You know what I'm saying? Wang Dang will be here soon. Okay. But we got to do this right, man. We got to do this right because, you might know this guy from being in the Midwest, delivering a lot of the real rhymes. You know, you might know this gentleman for just bringing the truth. You know what I mean? But most importantly, man, you're going to know that this is one of the more special podcast debuts if you just know who I'm dealing with in general right now. So, man, listen. I got my man J Dub on a live mic, on a live stream. And we're just going to start with, good evening, my brother.
What's good, my boy? First and foremost,
yes,
this is your platform, and I respect your platform. I need to know what I can and cannot get away with on your platform.
Hey, listen. I do
because I got some shit to get off.
Speech.
Okay. I'm just saying, because I got a couple things I need to get off, and I need to make sure I don't need you getting shadow banned. I don't need you getting put in internet jail. I don't need none of that for my boy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, hey, I don't need nothing. You know what, man? If we not attempting to get canceled, we're not doing it right, man. You know what I mean? Like if they don't feel a need to stifle this. You know what I'm saying? We're not doing this right if we haven't raised the ire of the people. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Basil. He know the vibes off top. This might be wild. Yeah, you're right.
You know it.
You're right. It might get wild.
You know it.
And I'm here for that.
Slight change.
You know, man, this is we about to take this to the days of West Pleasant Street, man. We about to have some dialogue that only we can have.
All right. That's what we do.
You know what I'm saying?
All right.
You know?
Okay.
So, man, off the rip, we're gonna start it like this. Apple Music, or lack thereof. I don't know at this point. Apple has decided to set the world on fire and in disarray with their latest list. It looks egregious, but how egregious? You know, just how bad, messed up, out of whack, and whatever else have you is this list. I'm giving you one clue how I feel off the rip. All right. But man, when my guy J Dub seen this, he seen it like yesterday. He was like, yo, nah. He's like, I need the podcast this time. Now, I need an episode now. I was at work all day. And the power went out all through Middle Tennessee, like in spots. So yesterday was a bad day. But today though, we're gonna talk for real. So and I feel even at the 4-minute mark and some change, I've already talked enough. So listen, I'm going to let you start how you want to start since they know the main topic and we've done a formal intro. I'm just going to hop in here and say what needs to be said or what's got to be said. For all of y'all that's just now coming into here, thank you so much. Hey, Wang Dang is on the way. He already let us know. All right, so we not stopping here. All right, but Dub, Apple's 100 top albums of all time, right? Where do you want to start?
Well, first of all, I've never seen so much bullshit in my life. Okay.
Okay. We're there. We're right here.
All right.
We got notes. Yeah.
I got the whole list
hold on
out.
1 second. Go ahead. 1 second.
Yeah. No doubt.
All right, I'm back. I'm sorry. Let's do this.
All right. Now see, I knew this list was going to be trash from the first page I looked at. From the first page I looked at where it said number 100, right?
Okay.
They got 192.
Right, for sure.
Usher Confessions is 95.
Yeah, that.
How do you have
a
Usher
problem.
Confessions 95?
I'm lost.
How is that 95?
Yeah, and keep in mind we're talking about 100 top or greatest albums of all time, and Usher being one of the biggest, greatest, and most impactful just superstars in general of the world. Yet they have probably his best album, because I don't know how people feel about this album now officially. I don't know, but I'm thinking that we have regarded Usher, Confessions as Usher's best album, and it's at 95. That is wild. Even Basil agrees.
That's crazy, bro. Like literally, an album like that literally changed the landscape of R&B. It's probably, to me, it's maybe a top 3 R&B album of all time. So if you're top 3 to 5 in a genre, how are you 95?
Yeah. How are you 9 anything?
the numbers don't, the math ain't mathing. That's what they say. No. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So it's like with that album, everybody knows it. I want to say maybe 6 singles off of it, and every single one of them, those 106 and Park Days, every single one of them was number 1 at some time frame. You know what I mean? Literally every one, and everybody knows Confessions, Let It Burn, all of those songs literally were like timestamps. The Super Bowl. Sure. That's all I got to say. The way that man pulled that Super Bowl off with those hits, you know what I'm saying? It's like literally, it's like no way that should be in the. If Confessions is not top 50, I knew this list was gonna be garbage can juice, like from the beginning, from the first time that I did it. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
so I'm just gonna keep going. So then when I flipped up, go ahead.
I was gonna say this because it is what you're saying is very important here. I'm just gonna go like right through the track list just real quick, and I'm just gonna start with the songs that I know y'all know out there from Usher's Confessions, right? We got You got Confessions. You got Confessions Part 2. You got Burn. You got Superstar. And that ain't really even a single. That's like the B-side. But you know Superstar. You know Bad Girl. You know My Boo. And you know Caught Up. You know those songs. And that's literally like half the album. That's half the album. So I'm with you.
Bro, you take
Usher being 90 anything is crazy.
My Boo. My Boo by itself.
Yeah.
You can have My Boo and 12 intros and interludes. And that would be a top, that would probably be number 95 of all time. Like with just those 2 songs.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and then that's not even including everything else you just said. Everything else you just said. You know what I'm saying? So man, if that didn't piss you off, let's go down a little bit, just a couple spots more. just a couple spots more to number 84. Number 84, to me, is a top 5 hip hop album of all time. Doggy Style.
Yeah. So now, I won't lie. Usually, when they make lists like this, I just try to be happy that rap albums, hip hop albums make the list. Because, for decades, they've just hated on and played to the left a lot of rap and hip hop albums, right? However, Doggy Style is one of the most time capsule, like moment in time, moments for like the world. I've said this a few times. We got Wang Dang coming in. We got Wang Dang coming in hot. Pause if necessary. But you know what I'm saying? I've seen Doggy Style literally change the way people have viewed West Coast rap, gangbanging, and hip hop, even as a culture anyway. So I've seen Doggy Style change too much in just everyday life for me to have it any lower than, I would say, 30 on any list. Any list. It's top 5 of any hip hop list for me as far as albums off cultural impact alone. So now if we just have the total of just totality of music, and you look at where that album still sits today, no way am I even putting it on a list like this. And I'll be fair. Doggy Style being lower than 50 on any list like that includes all music is crazy to me.
Insane.
Yeah. Real quick. Let's take a quick detour here. We got the young brother with he's got somewhat of a scowl. I like this. I like where this is going. You know what I mean? We got somewhat of a scowl on my man Wang Dang's face. And you know what? Just for clarity, Dub, I want to make sure I gotta know who we getting today. So it is Wang Dang, aka Who Today. Who do we got today?
You got Wang Dang, aka fuck this bullshit ass list.
There we go. Let's talk about it.
I have been shaking. This is hands down the worst list ever created.
Really? Even worse than the Rolling Stone list that's been coming out.
Even worse than the Rolling Stone list.
Okay.
I expect Rolling Stone to miss.
Okay.
And maybe I'm jumping the gun by saying this. How do you even come up with this list? All-time best albums.
Yeah. That's important to know.
How many people were on this panel? You have to have and I'm not even being sarcastic, you have to have a minimum of 100,000 people on this panel in order to say these albums are the top 100. Because no one listens to all genres of music.
Facts.
Okay, you got me there.
Facts.
Like no one listens to all genres of music. Now, the three of us, we listen to a lot of different genres of music. I may fuck with some that y'all don't fuck with. Y'all gonna fuck with some that I don't fuck with, and so on and so forth. There's no way that the three of us can break down top 100 albums. Why? Because we ain't heard it all.
True.
Like, what was it based off of? I know I'm late. I don't know what y'all have discussed already.
Oh no, we only talked about our second album that we want to cover in this list. We just got past Usher. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. We got to Usher at 96, I believe, and Snoop Dogg, Doggy Style.
They got Confessions 96.
They got Confessions at 96. Hold on. Let me pull up this list. Let me
It's going crazy.
let me pull up the
My
list.
bad.
'Cause
95. My bad, cuz. 95. My
Still.
bad, cuz.
Still,
Yo, it's 90 anything. That's crazy.
90 anything. I'm even going to be lenient. I'm even going to be lenient on that one. Usher needs to be in the top 20. And that's being lenient.
Yeah.
Usher's
If you-
Confessions
yeah.
should be in the top 20.
And
I'm being lenient with that one.
yeah, I'll give you that. And I would give Usher and the Confessions album specifically being in the top 20, just simply off the fact that, Vegas residency, the fact that one of the titles of one of his songs becomes a festival tour, that he did the Super Bowl, that he is now not only inspiring other R&B acts, but he's also inspired new country that's now rhythmic now. There's so many things to tie to Usher just specifically that even if you pick one album to represent him, when you look at the last 30 years of music, he has to be in the top 20 people that you mentioned just in general. Even skip it. Let's say you don't even count albums. If you're just talking about songs and artists and impact, Usher just belongs in the top 20 of just every conversation at this point where we are right now today in 2024.
Yes. Okay, so what y'all excuse me. See, I did Usher, and when I came in, y'all was doing Snoop Dogg's Doggy Style.
At
Yes.
84.
84. So now, again, hey, and you know what? I do want to add one more disclaimer real quick before y'all go, because I see Wang. I'm gonna let Wang and Jay cook. I'm gonna finish my pretzels and sip me a little water while they do their thing. But I do want to say this. Listen, we don't give enough credit for Snoop for doing this, although it may seem as a negative, but this is just the reality of it. Snoop was the first person to truly gang bang on wax. Not be a gangster, but gang bang on wax. When it was Ice-T and Eazy-E and all these others, they was hard, you know what I'm saying? They was doing their stuff or whatever, but they wore black and white. They made it like they was, Raider hats, some White Sox hats. They talk about the crime in the streets and everything like that. But Snoop was the first person I ever seen to show up with a flag. It was like, no, it's Crippin', bitch. And I'm like, whoa, what is this? Then, and he's still Crippin' till this day. He's Crippin' night and day. Great remake, by the way, if you're asking me. All right. And we've watched him come out in the Source Awards in the whole bandana outfit with the C up for somebody else's set. Right? It wasn't even his set. So I look at that, and you look at today's music, and whether it sounds as good or not, whether you like the artist or not, a lot of these guys have the courage to rep their set and wear their flags because of what Snoop was doing in 1993 and 4. I mean, these are just facts. We don't even have to just we were there. We saw it. We saw it. We were there. So, again, Snoop for this album, Snoop is undoubtedly the biggest rap superstar ever. So how is his album in the 80s?
Not to mention, that's his debut album. For his debut album to be that is different, dog. That's different.
Literally still to this day in the top 5 of debut albums ever for specifically the genre of hip hop. We won't open the spectrum too wide, but for hip hop, his debut album is still in the top 5, undoubtedly.
To me, as far as debut hip hop albums, that's to me, top 2 or 3 debut hip hop albums, and also top 5 hip hop albums of all time. But the only other one in competition with it is only 2 spots higher on the list.
Yeah, hey,
it's only 2 spots.
Let's let Wayne cook. Let's let Wayne cook, and we're gonna get to that next too.
Because, and Cam, you know I'm pissed.
Right.
Because like you said,
Larry, you
said, Fuming. top 3 debut albums for a rapper. And yes, I won't even place Snoop anywhere in that top 3. We just gonna say top 3. And who has the next? And he's not even on the fucking list.
Talking about debuts? Oh.
Debut.
Hey. I thought of this too. But we're gonna save that segment. We're gonna say that's gonna be a segment. The people that should be on this list of the segment, because hey, I'm with y'all. I got my list too. I know y'all black screen y'all, but I got my list. Trust me. Hey, it's some non-hip-hop people that need to be on this list.
Yes.
All right. So be clear. We're not done. We're just discussing the list as it's constructed.
I guarantee you I got the winner though. I guarantee you I got the winner. I promise you I got the winner.
Hey. So far we're all in egregious agreement about the placement of Usher and Snoop. So Dub, we shotgun actually right this. We letting you ride the whip. You AWACS right now. We can't an old dog in the car. Where are we going next, bro?
Okay, let's
die trying.
Get rich or fucking die trying. 82.
Insane.
80. Okay. I'm even gonna do you one better.
Mm-hmm.
Nigga, Neil Young is over. The fuck? I'm not even gonna go any further. Neil Young is fucking 81.
Hey. Listen.
How?
I mean, hey. Let me see.
I never in my fucking life have I ever heard anybody say anything about a Neil Young album ever.
You're not feeling after the gold rush?
I will be 41 in a couple of months, and no one has ever said, "Did you hear that Neil Young though?"
Hey, that Neil Young though.
Hey, that Neil Young slap though, man. You got to check it out.
Man, listen.
Come on,
I'll be
man.
real. I haven't heard it either. So, but you know, I was gonna try to shoot. I'm gonna shoot some of these other artists some bail, because although I know the name Neil Young, I cannot attach him to not one song pops in my mind that would have made him eligible for this list. And I'm glad you said Neil Young, because somebody that needs to be on this list is going to get Neil Young the fuck out the paint, and I can't wait to talk about that. But
I can think of a few people that can get Neil Young the fuck out of the paint.
Yeah, absolutely. So, real quick though, let's circle back. Get Rich or Die Trying. Okay, man. We got to be real. This is the biggest album of the 2000s.
It is. It is.
What the fuck are we doing at this point? Like, what are we doing? What are we doing at this point?
This is one of the. This
proved to me that the majority of people who sat around this table and made this list either are younger than that, like, or way older than that.
Okay.
It was like they had enough old people that Neil Young was in there. And they had enough young people. And they had enough young people where Taylor Swift and all them was in there. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
But they didn't have nobody in our age ranges who was outside for that.
Man, listen. Hey, that's my guy Jones. He said, all I know is Neil Young got this by Leonard Skinner. And see, Hey, if
Thanks for
Leonard
the
Skinner
info,
diss
Jones.
you can't be on the list. You can't be on the list if Leonard Skinner dissing you. You can't.
Jones got more information on Neil Young than we do. So shout out to
Hey,
Jones.
that's wild. That's wild.
That's a fact.
Ricky
Yeah,
ass
man.
Neil, he's a 69 guy.
Yo, well, man, listen. Yeah, man, get Rich or Die Trying. I mean, again, how can you? Well, I don't see how you can deny this being, again, I'm just going to put everything a lot above 50. This should be in the 50s because 50 Cent, this is a diamond album, and it changes the landscape of how artists are rolled out for about 10 years. Do you know?
Yeah.
Not that this is the cool thing to do, so don't get me wrong. But I'm not here celebrating foolishness, but after the story of 50 Cent is revealed to the general public, now every rapper has at least been shot twice and has survived. And they're telling their story through their rap songs. Like, you know what I mean? Like that, like you have that element, right? And then you just have the element of the East Coast rapper signing with the West Coast label by way of the Midwest Superstar, which we'll get to that. Because there's a nasty plot twist coming up in this whole list too, as well. But you know, you look at the international star, they're celebrating, well, last year, because it's 2004, I mean, it's 2024, but Get Rich or Die Trying was celebrated in a, you know, however many city international tour. That's kind of letting you know how big this album still is and how impactful this album still is to just music culture in general. So again, they've completely lost me here on how this is 80 anything. These are 3 albums for sure that I believe are well in the top 50 of rap albums, period. I mean, or music albums, I'm sorry, period. Just music, right? Especially for our time.
Okay, check this out. I agree with what JJ was saying. Like, there clearly was no 80s babies in on this sit down.
Mm.
And if they were, they wasn't outside with it.
Okay.
I wasn't. Get Rich or Die Trying took a while to grow on me. It took.
Please elaborate.
It took a couple of months to grow on me because I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of artists. I feel like an artist is being forced in my face. Like if I feel like we talked about it. If I feel like an artist is being forced in my face, I will automatically shun it. And I didn't remember where I was. I was in my car. I think I was in the car with my best friend. And he was just like, no, you got to listen to it. You have to listen to it. And we were on our way out of town. I want to say we was on our way to Aurora. And I'm like, I got to give credit where credit is due. Mm-hmm. This is a phenomenal fucking album. So even with me being late to the party, there's no way a panel of people sat down and said, we are going to create the top 100 albums of all time and drop the ball like this. This shit was done on purpose.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
This shit was done on purpose. They fucked this list up just to make motherfuckers like me and y'all get on here and go into a rage. Like nobody has dropped a list. Even the top 100 hip hop artists. Mm-hmm. Nobody has dropped a list where it wasn't controversy. That's the reason for the list. You got to create controversy.
For sure.
This shit is blatant.
Blatant.
This is hey, look, I'm not telling nobody what to do. I'm not telling nobody how to get their bag. But everybody that got fucked over in this list, pull y'all music off of Apple. Because they clearly have no respect for you guys.
Man, listen. Yes, the lists are made to just ignite the people and ignite them for conversation. And I think with every list, order will always be an issue, right? But at the same time, there is a factual way to do this. And honestly, Wang, I'll say this. The reason why you didn't listen to Get Rich or Die Trying from the Door, and the reason why you had to wait and it had to grow on you, is actually other reason why it should be on this list. And it should be higher on this list. Because, again, we're talking about the guy that is the guy that got his record deal from a mixtape series and then flipped that to an album that went diamond. That is, again, if I just leave it up to analytics, this is too low.
Yeah.
All of that being said, 82?
Right.
That's crazy, dog.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
You don't even break into the first, like, you don't even break out of the first quarter?
Makes no sense. Makes no sense. Hey, and you know what? Not only does that not make sense, you go up 2 slots, shout to Neil Young again, right? And then now I'm confused. Now I'm confused because at number 80 is the Marshall Mathers LP, and there is enough white people that work for Apple that this shouldn't have been past 15. This shouldn't have been past 15 just based on how many white people work for Apple.
See, this was the confusing part. At first, I was like, okay, maybe it's so many Sun Dodgers voting on it that they don't know confessions, that they don't know, but then I was like, but it was enough of them that listen to Get Rich or Die Trying.
Yeah.
But then when you see
white people love 50 Cent.
Yeah, but then when you get to 80 and see the ultimate king Sun Dodger and he only 80, I was like, okay, yeah, they confused. They don't know what they're doing. They just closing that. They just throwing at a dartboard.
Yeah, hey, listen. Hey, listen.
Shout out to the Sun Dodgers.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, listen. Yo, listen. Yo. I'll say this. White people aren't, or Sun Dodgers, whatever you like to call it this week, they let me down here with this because if nothing else, at least prop up y'all rapper. Look, we're in a world now where you can put Eminem in the top 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and nobody with common sense is going to question this now. Like, this album sold 1 million copies in a week in 2000. So literally 1 million hard copies of this album got sold in 2000. Again, another reason why 80, what? This is impossible. There are stats that some of these albums are holding that just put them up top. You can't. How do you defeat an album that sold a real hard copy and the creator of the album is in court and is about to go to jail over the lyrics of the album? I just want to speak about cultural impact first because this is bigger than what we like, and that's what I want to communicate about all of these lists, because I don't want to get too emotionally involved, but I do want to be factual with a lot of the statements and a lot of the reasons why we're going to place people where they are. I'm sorry. And again, we've talked about 3 for sure. No, 4 of the biggest albums of all time for one genre.
Yep.
And they're not in the top 50 at minimum. That is, again, this is insanity. But I digress. J Dub, I'm sorry. What do y'all have to say, man? In fact, Wang, I forgot. We didn't let you cook. You know what I'm saying? What do you have for this? Just Eminem, number 80, Marshall Mathers LP. Arguably, and I'll say this one last thing. I'm sorry. I would argue that Eminem should be on this list twice, because the Eminem show should also be on this list. If you're personally asking me,
There's a lot of people that should be on this list 2 and 3 times, based off of best album, best top 100 albums. It's a lot that we got to go through. So one thing I'm not going to do is I'm not going to dwell on it, but I am going to state facts. Everything that we said about Snoop, everything that we said about Usher, well, y'all said about Usher, everything that y'all said about 50, everything that you guys said about Eminem. Lana Del Rey has done none of that, and she's 79. What the fuck?
Hey, so so you are correct.
And then they got somebody above her. I love looking at her. I love her music. Her music is great. But I'm sorry, SZA SOS is not 72, and the rest of them are behind that.
No, for sure. Listen.
Okay, hold on. Oh, sorry, Ken. Hold on. Let me go back real quick, because it's one that I would like to speak on. Hold on, my phone is acting funny. I couldn't tell you shit about Bad Bunny, so we're not even gonna go there.
I do. Well, two things. Lana Del Rey and Bad Bunny. What I will say is this on both of them. You don't know that you know Lana Del Rey music, but you absolutely know Lana Del Rey's music. Between Walmart, Target, commercials, and some movies, you've definitely heard some Lana Del Rey slaps. Bad Bunny, currently today, like right now, he's the biggest international star in the world. So I'm going to leave both of them alone. I'm going to let them do what they do, and I'll let their audience determine how high or low they should be. But I will say that they at least of the new people, I won't question them being on this list right now.
But we are comparing best album of all time.
That's true. You got me.
That's the thing that's pissing me off about the whole conversation. We are comparing the best album, not the best artist, not the best artist of today, not the best artist of yesterday, the best album. Not who had the biggest buzz, the best album.
That's true.
Not best rap album, not best rock album, not best country, best album. That means that if you made this list, you have superseded everyone that did not make this list in some way, shape, form, or fashion.
Hey.
Lana Del Rey does not deserve to be on this list. Bad Bunny, and that's even with me being ignorant to what they've done. Lana Del Rey and Bad Bunny do not deserve to be on this list. So if we're going to put Lana Del Rey on this list, we're most definitely going to put Mary J. Blige, My Life, and Solange in front of her.
Well, spoiler alert, you can take Solange off this list.
You can really take Solange off the list altogether.
Because
you can.
Because back to your point, y'all not about to get me with the propaganda of, oh, she's just more artsy than Beyonce, but y'all don't really buy the music. That's why she's put out one album in 20 years. We're not doing that. We're not doing that at all. Solange does not need to be on this list.
This is
no, you're 100% right.
It can be 101. It could be 103. It can't be in the 100 though.
This is what killed me.
Yeah,
They got a lot of people like this, like Del Rey. What's her name? Alana Del Rey. Alana Del Rey.
Lana Del Rey, yeah.
Bad Bunny. And I've seen about 7 other artists. The only reason they on this list because they joints ring off at the Pride Parade.
Just like Aubrey told Abel, hey yo, your songs ringing off at the clubs when they got a little more pride.
I'm telling you, they ring off there. Oh, let's put them on the list. That's not how this should work.
Oh man!
Oh fuck!
Now
Hilarious.
we cracked the code. Who was around that table? Old people, young people.
The other Rainbow Coalition. There we go. All right.
And the coalition.
Hey, I'm not going to argue that at all.
Yeah.
I'll tell
But
you who
yes,
they didn't
but
have
yes,
at that
Cam.
table. I'll tell you who they didn't have at that table. Chicken eating niggas. Chicken eating niggas.
So real quick, as we dissect the list, how do we feel about Elton John's Goodbye Yellow Brick Road album being only 78? You know what I'm saying?
See, they said tripping on that too.
I mean, because
they should have had some older coalition members, and that would have been up.
Hey, my thing with this is they didn't even pick the Elton John album that really got like the slaps on it. Don't get me wrong. There's some joints on here, but Benny and the Jets ain't on here. Rocket Man ain't on here. What's my joint? Man, I'm forgetting. But like the slap, the ones that the songs that most of the songs that Elton John go to stadiums and play, they not on this album.
They not on this.
So they got me kind of confused on that one as well. I'm like, yo,
they did that a couple times. We gonna get to a couple of them.
Yeah,
but
they did that a couple of times.
Yeah, I want to be crystal clear.
They got the right album. They got the right artist, but the wrong album a couple times.
Yeah, like I want to be crystal clear. Like Elton John should be on this list. Especially if we talking a top 100. Ain't no Elton John, no list. But I don't know if this is definitely the album that
Do you think they tried to go? Do you think they tried to go? I'm trying. How can I word it? They wanted to be deep and not give. Oh, we're going to use this album versus. Because like I said, they did it multiple times. So it's like, no, we're going to use this album instead of that album because we want to try to prove that we're true fans.
Yeah. Hey, look, they fail at that because here's the deal. You still got to count the songs that changed the world, bro. like if we're not going to talk about the songs that changed the world, then why are we putting them on lists? Like that's just where I will stand. I will forever die on that hill. It's like, if we just trying to prove that we know something, then like, I mean, hey, but that's how a Solange makes his list, though. If you want my personal opinion,
exactly.
like you're trying to tell me like, oh yeah, hey, yo, I was up on this, man. I don't care. I don't care what you're up on. You tell me.
Just because you like cranes in the sky, don't mean that should be in no top 100.
Exactly. It's like when you go to a party, even if it's a kickback, yeah, you can get into your obscure bag all you want, but the hoes stay for the slaps. And if you ain't got slaps on at your party, the hoes leave. You officially scaring the hoes away. You need to be curating lists that don't scare hoes away. So any artist that got them kind of slaps, that's got to be represented like the right way. It just has to be. So where we going next, gentlemen? What we got? Because I mean, I'm gonna maybe say something potentially egregious, but I don't know. I don't know at the same time because look,
I'm not going to. I know what you're going to do. I know exactly what you're going to do.
Can we all congregate on number 62, please? Can we all congregate on number 62, please?
Cam wants to stop at 75.
Well, I mean, well, yeah, there too, though. There too, though. But I mean, hey, look again, Madonna should be on this list. I don't think it should be this album.
It should be that album. It should not be that album.
Wrong one.
Wrong fucking album.
Yeah. Hey, Jones. Yeah, the host is not trying to hear MF Doom. You can't like they're not. They're not trying to hear that. Like, dog, wizardry, lyrically. I said, no, they're not trying to do that, bro. Come on, man. If you don't throw some
turn that Loaded Lux on.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, dog? But yes. But yeah, hey, when you got me. Let's go. 75. Missy Elliott, Super Duper Fly. Now look, I love this album. Missy, to me, is the greatest female hip hop artist of all time. I don't know if I argue this position of this album if other albums are on the list. This might be the start of getting the list right, putting her at 75.
Wrong album.
Yeah.
Wrong album.
Again, but hey, I'm here for Missy making it twice. All right. And Super Duper Fly can be 75.
Okay.
And The Real World can be like 44. I'm with you.
The Real World.
Okay.
All day long. All day long, The Real World.
You know what I'm saying? I'm here for that. I still to this day, I still think Missy's The Real World should be in the conversation of the best produced album of the 2000s.
Crazy.
Like just sonically from the first track to the end, and the beat switches and the interludes and how the songs just go. Like that album is damn near perfect.
Timbo
and it's singing and rapping throughout the entire deal.
In his bag. Timbo was in his bag on that joint. Yeah.
Shout out to Timbo, even though Cam be hating.
It's not hate. It's just constructive criticism, my brother.
Oh man, not Tim, man. You can't hate on Tim, man. Come on.
Yo, man. Hey, it's absolutely no hate on Tim, but we do gotta keep it real, and we can sidebar after we plow through this list if you like.
If you gonna hate on Tim, I'm gonna go tell Pharrell to go get Chad back.
hey, listen. I got hey, listen. Not only do I have the Neptunes as a collective higher than Pharrell himself, but they all losing to DJ Paul and Juicy J, so it don't even matter to me. so it don't matter. As long as y'all not putting Paul and Juicy under those, I'm good. Like I only have one guy.
Oh, yeah, we're going to do this again for that.
Guy.
We're going to do this again for that.
Yeah. Listen, I got one guy above Paul and Juicy, and it's actually a little bit more closer than we think.
Because you playing with Timbo. You playing around with Tim Name. You playing with Tim Name.
I tell you what, Dub, after Timbaland took his happy ass on that Instagram live and he started remixing Biggie beats with some generic ass bullshit under warning, he can get the fuck out of here and catch the nearest Uber even further away, bro. I am not with it. Like, listen. Like, dog. Hey, hey, the Uber ran out. Hey, call a Lyft then and get further away from me than you just did when you're doing that bullshit on Instagram Live. That's what you can do for me, sir. Respectfully. That's what we got. That's what we got. So, hey, listen. No smoking 9 Inch Nails. All right. No smoking 9 Inch Nails. I'll keep it real. I'm not as familiar with their catalog as I probably should be. But I'm like, yo, they belong on this list. I need a real 9 Inch Nails fans to tell me that this is the album or not, because from the looks of it, this don't look like the the I Want to Fuck You Like an Animal song. I don't think that song is on here from the title. I don't see it. So, you know, so hey, y'all tell me where if this is the right Nine Inch Nails album. I don't know. But I have no problem with them being on the list in general.
Yeah, I know that they big. I know the Sun Dodgers love them, so they got to be there.
You know what I'm saying? Steely Dan, again, no beef. Don't care about Steely Dan. Steely Dan is cool with me.
I'm a low key fan of Steely Dan.
Mm-hmm.
He falls into my yacht rock love. So I'll give Steely Dan a place on the list, but he should be lower.
Okay. Respect.
I would have gave Steely Dan in the 90s.
Oh, okay. Hey, and you know what? If we take people like SZA off the list, I totally get it. So
thank you.
Are we are we stopping at 70 NWA Straight Outta Compton? Are we moving forward?
No, that was disrespectful too.
That needs to be talked about.
Okay.
Yeah, that was disrespectful.
I'm with you, Jones. Pharrell over Timbo all day. Well, go ahead.
Man, mind your business, Jones.
Hey, man. Tell Pharrell to get Chad back when we can talk.
Listen, man. Hey, even in the top 5, somebody got to be number 4, bro. It's just it's okay. 4 is still good.
Hey, the more beats Pharrell put out, I'm starting to think Chad is 4 and Pharrell is 5.
Hey, you might be onto something. Hey, because look, they beefing over royalties in the name right now. So hey, you might be onto something. So how y'all feel about Straight Outta Compton?
Was Quentin Miller. Chad was Pharrell's Quentin Miller.
Damn.
Oh shoot.
Damn.
Oh man. Right.
But Straight Outta Compton that's disrespectful as fuck.
Yes, it is.
Okay, so I want to offer a tad bit amount of pushback on this. Just a tad. NWA, Straight Outta Compton, 70. I think that's if we're talking all music, I think that is a fair placement. Because again, I think we're about to name some albums that we not only feel should be on this list, dare I say, I think both of y'all at least holding on to at least one more album, if not 2, that you know or feel is better than Straight Outta Compton, though.
Yeah.
Oh,
but 70?
Again,
70?
we count everything. Because I even as I was looking through this list, I'm like, yo, somebody's album needs to be on here. And even though he's a different artist from a different genre, like I think his album might give Straight Outta Compton a run for his money. I mean, look, it's 70. I mean, look, I got, and we already have. Okay, well, let me ask this because I'm in this. I could be by myself because we've named Confessions, Doggy Style, Get Rich, Marshall Mathers LP. Tell me off top, you got those above or below Straight Outta Compton?
I got those. I have those above, but I don't want to take away from the fact that without Straight Outta Compton, do we have a Doggy Style? Do we have a Get Rich or Die Trying? Like they birthed a genre. Like you got to give them respect for that.
And I think 70 is enough respect. You know what? Let me say this, and I'm ISO on me if necessary. We gotta stop but they paved the way talk for everything. Because look, eventually shit comes out and it's just better. James Naismith is not in your top 5 basketball players of all time. And he's not in your top 10. He's not in your top 20. He's not in the top 50. He didn't even make the 50 greatest players when they did it in the 90s. And he was the first one dunking on the fucking peach basket. And they didn't put him in there. So with that said, if we want to say, hey, maybe America's Most Wanted should be higher, because Ice Cube wrote everything any damn way, I'm with you. But like, just because you did something first, because hey, look, then throw Curtis Blow album up here. The throw Curtis Blow album on there. Throw motherfucking Grandmaster Flash and Furious 5 up there. Dub, go ahead.
I get what you're saying, but when the album is a classic album and it paved the way, it's different than just compare some old wash nigga. Like, don't ever. What names did you just say?
Curtis Blow.
Never say that. Never ever compare Curtis Blow to Straight Outta Compton again. I don't like it. Next,
and that's okay. Hey, it's okay for you not to like it. But look, he paved the way. He was his name was Blow because of cocaine usage. That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. It's like, I get it, but we're already putting Apple's list and taking 5 or 6 albums and putting them above it. Then we all got 2 albums at minimum that we putting above it too. So now, even if it was a new list, we got them at 13, and we ain't even went through this list yet. We at 70, and we put 13 albums above this one already. So I'm in the mindset that 70 is okay.
But half of them should be so much higher than they are.
60% of this list. 60% of this list shouldn't even be in the top 100. Let's take that under consideration.
Well,
60% of this list. 60% of this list should. 60% of this list should not be in the top 100. I'm standing on that.
So you want to dump 60 albums off the rip?
And 60 albums off the rip, I want to get rid of. And it's not due to. And it's not even due to the. Like, some of them are even just the artist. How does the artist even make this list? Fuck the album. The artist ain't even worthy of making this list.
I want to take 10 of them and put them on Temu. 10 of them should go on Temu. Gotta free up some
catalogs for sale, baby. Oh God.
Put their asses on Tubi.
Yeah. All right. So you know what? Let's table NWA Straight Outta Compton. Right now, I'm gonna sit with 70 again. We might be at the spot where they're starting to get it somewhat right. And I'm just counting. I'm sitting here thinking, even under the guise of cultural impact, maybe you can move it up 10 slots. I don't have Straight Outta Compton specifically in the top 50 of all albums. I don't. Maybe if we're doing just hip hop, but even if we get to hip hop and R&B, I got it out of 50. It's at 57 at the best.
Make us happy. Make us happy. Put it at 58.
Hey, all right, bet. 58. We'll do Straight Outta Compton at 58 because I think that's super fair. Hey, Metallica, no problem. I don't know if Master of Puppets is the album, but I don't have a problem with them being on this list. Won't even cap. Never heard the Strokes.
Artist fine.
never heard the Strokes. That's something I do in my leisure time. Pause. That's all I got on that.
Whoa.
You know what I'm saying? That's it. All right. Portishead. I've heard this name one time, I think in college, and I don't think anybody was listening to it. I just think I've seen the commercial. So I don't. Wayne, to your point, that might be in the
they in the SD Hall of Fame. They're in the SD Hall of Fame.
Oh man. What's my man's here? Outside the Portishead. I'm sorry. The Smiths. Again, I think I've heard of this. Don't know for sure. Okay. 65. De La Soul. 3 Feet High and Rising. How we feel about this?
I know this is your bag right here, Cam. This is your bag right here.
I'm not touching this one. I'm not touching this one.
Wait, hold on, dog.
I'm gonna sit here and watch.
I'm not touching this one.
My fault. Before I say it, pause. Pause. Go ahead and touch it, Wayne.
Listen.
Hey, one thing you don't do is you don't disrespect a man on his own platform. That's all you can.
Hey, listen. Hey, I don't know how I became the president of the De La Soul fan club, but I actually thought 65 was kind of high. Like, hey, look. Hey, yes. Am I a Native Tongue fan? Absolutely. But I always have a Tribe Called Quest over De La Soul. I bought a Black Sheep album before I bought a De La Soul album. Okay. I don't see Queen Latifah Black Rain on here, which I have above that album as well. But look, I'll stand on this. 3 Feet High and Rising is a classic, even when I didn't think it was. And 65, I won't lie, it's high, but I'll tell you this, rest in peace, Dave. De La Soul never met a concert or a festival that they couldn't pack out and have 100,000 white kids losing their minds. That's all I can say. If you want my personal opinion, Artificial and Stakes is High are better albums, but 3 Feet High and Rising, that's the debut. That is the classic. And not saying the other ones couldn't be, but at the same time, though, I guess we're now getting to the point where people are just like, yo, this De La Soul album is one of the greatest debuts of all time. I'm going to let them cook. I felt differently in real time, so I'll let them cook. But it's dope, though. It's dope. So, man, that went crazy. So let's go. All right. Badu is 64. Off top, I don't know how I feel about this, but I'm okay with Erykah Badu, I guess, being on this list. I guess I'm okay with this.
See, the one thing about Baduism, I didn't look it up, but is Baduism the Erykah Badu album that Tyrone was on?
No,
that's the one that needs to be on the list.
Yeah, yes. See, fair, because that's
the one that needs to be on the list.
But I believe this is, well, On and On is definitely on this. On and On and Rimshot are on this. And Next Lifetime is on this.
On and On, Rimshot, Next Lifetime. She has some vibes on there.
Yeah. Look,
so I'm not mad about Erykah being on the list.
So look, to be fair, because I've been to a couple Erykah Badu sets. In reality, she only got a 30-minute set, right?
Yes.
But they be jamming for like 2 hours. And shout out to my guy, because he sing back up for her. But she got like a 30-minute set, bro. So really, I think whatever album, I'll just run with it. Because I do think Erykah Badu deserves to be on list. But go ahead. Go ahead, Dub, because I need to stop talking anyway.
So you mean to really tell me, I've never seen Erykah live.
Mm-hmm.
Are you exaggerating, or she really only has like a 30 to 45 minutes set?
Hey, bro, when
they
I tell
just
you,
stretch it out with instrumental.
Absolutely. Listen, bro,
Erykah got more than 6 in Impossible. She got more than 6 in Impossible. Come on now.
I'm telling you, I've heard 6 songs that I recognized, and she give the drummer some. She let the background singers do their thing. Hell, it's an intermission during her set while she go change, and she and she closed this show with Tyrone. You gonna hear On and On. You gonna hear Next Lifetime. You gonna hear you gonna hear that. And
Bag Lady.
Tell me what
Bag Lady. Yeah.
And sometimes you hear that one, sometimes you don't. Believe it or not.
Come on, Erykah.
Listen, hey, I've seen Erykah DJ and freestyle. So you tell me what song that is.
I never knew that she had a good spades hand. That's it.
Listen, entertaining. She gonna come out there, you know what I'm saying, thicker than cold grits. But
I ain't gonna lie, I'll go just see the ass.
But that set is like 30 minutes. If she just song. I'm telling you, it's maybe 30 minutes.
Wow.
Like if I go to the concert and she got that green leotard thing on, I'm content.
You should pull up.
It's a good enough show for me.
You should pull
It's a good
up.
enough show for me.
You know what I mean?
He said the hell with the song list.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, listen, Jimi Hendrix, the Jimi Hendrix Experience 63.
Wow.
I don't know, man. I kind of feel like this should be higher. I just feel like this should be higher. I don't know. I could be wrong because we're talking about music. I mean, but you know, I will say Voodoo Child is not on this album, but Purple Haze is though. So, Jimmy being on any list is never wrong.
I'm not equipped to talk about Jimmy like that, so I'm not going to act like I am. So, if y'all think he's worthy of being on the list, I'm just going to go with it.
Oh yeah, Jimmy's absolutely. I mean, again, if we're opening the scope of music, Jimmy might be able to make this list twice. Because again, the album with Voodoo Child is, the album with Voodoo Child is not on this list. but like some of the guitar riffs and some of the samples that you don't even know, they're on the Jimi Hendrix Experience album. They are like
okay.
You actually, matter of fact, because you're such a big Tech Nine fan, you should listen to that album.
Oh no, it was already on the to-do list since we having this conversation. I already plan on doing it.
For sure. All right. 62. All eyes on me. Live a life of a dog nigga until the day I die. Live a life of a boss player and still I'm getting hot.
Okay. Now, All Eyes on Me at 62.
Bringing you out. No, it's fuck the Lip Wally though.
I am not. I tell people all the time. Tupac to me was great, was awesome. Tupac was not my number one. He's not that for me. Mm-hmm. But All Eyes on Me, that album, I put it's different, dog. Like that literally made him the superstar that he is. That album. Mm-hmm. Everybody knew he had star quality, and like he did things like with the movies and everything like that. Like he had the star quality coming. Well, All Eyes on Me made him the mega star. You know what I'm saying? For sure. And All Eyes on Me like had so many, and like for somebody to put that double album out the way he did, and 90% of that album you can really like rock out to is crazy. Like it's a crazy battered percentage. You know what I'm saying? Most of the time people put out a double album, you lucky you go 50-50. You know what I'm saying? Because it's mostly filler. Like that was not no filler. You know what I'm saying? It was different, you know. So just to see that number 62 in front of that album name, it made me feel away.
Wayne, what you got?
Like Bill said, man.
Oh, passion here. Let's go.
Tupac has never been he's never been that guy for me. You know, the way the world gravitates to him and never got that. But the All Eyes on Me album, double album, damn near flawless. 62 is a spit in the face.
Wow, Jesus. And putting it with all music?
With all music.
Okay.
Putting it with all music. And maybe it's just personal. It is personal. That album was, let me see, how old was I?
That was 96. So for perspective, I was 15 because it dropped on Valentine's Day.
So
96.
So I was 12. I was 12 or 13. Mm-hmm. that was one of the first albums that I knew front to back
Okay.
at that age.
Hmm.
So yes, I feel like Pac's All Eyes on Me should be higher.
Okay. Okay. Um.
62. I don't think 62 is fair.
Okay. I'm going to say this. I love to say things.
You finna go on that bullshit.
I'm not a Pac fan, right? I'm not like that. I respect Pac, and I do. I think more highly of his discography than most people think I do. Me Against the World is still my favorite Pac album. All Eyes on Me. I remember Freeport changing when that album dropped. Like I just remember it. Like wow, like people just really just felt a way about rap music differently when this album drops. I hate California Love. I absolutely hate that song. It's still, I hate it to this day. I don't like the remix either way. Oh, I hate all of that. Originally, the second disc was super garbage to me. It was at first. In 96, it was super garbage to me. Outside of like 4 songs. But as time has moved on, that album has actually gotten better, even though I still hate California Love. Dare I say, no matter how I feel about the All Eyes on Me album in real time, and even if I was late to the party, whatever, this shouldn't be below 40 just because of who Pac ends up being, just in general. You know what I mean? Like, and I could see, like, you know, and again, I love Me Against the World, and I think Me Against the World should be on this list. So Pac should be on here twice to me. If you just want my personal opinion. But again, like I said before, and I'm gonna stand on my own business, just because I don't feel something, don't mean it didn't do what it did. So we're all in agreement, even though I have different reasons that, yeah, I have Pac no less than 40 for all Eyes on Me. If we're counting everything, every music, we're talking hip hop. You don't take it out of your top 20 for sure. Anything 21 or less is disrespect.
Yeah, like with me, like with me with that, it's like I was saying, like to me, it's not necessarily the number that it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's just when you go through the list and you see what they got in front of it, that's what make it. That's what be making some of this stuff egregious.
For sure.
So, like, if you look at the totality of a lot of albums or whatever, it might be 60, 62. Mm-hmm. But when you actually look at the list that they did, ain't no fucking way Drake Take Care is in front of Tupac All Eyes on Me. I don't give a
fuck. Hey, well, let's speed right along. Love Deluxe by Sade. I don't have a problem with that being on this list at all.
Right?
No.
Okay.
I'm okay with that.
Okay. I have no idea who the Velvet Underground and Nico are. I ain't gonna front. I don't know who the Arctic Monkeys are. I know who Oasis is. And even though I do think this is the album. Wait, hold on. Let me look at the track list. No, this ain't the I don't think this is. No, this ain't the today. It's gonna be the day. Yeah, no, they ain't got that on here. So I don't. Okay, so for me, wrong album. So hey, a real Oasis fan, you hit me to this. But that wouldn't be the album that I picked for them, unless I don't know the title of the song. What's the Story? Morning Glory. But hey, I think though Oasis should be on this list though. Without being familiar with the catalog, I just know some songs, but I'm okay with Oasis being on this list. How do y'all feel about them?
I don't know who the Oasis is, so I'm gonna stay neutral on that one.
Okay.
Yeah, we gotta find a SD. So for them, Like I don't know. I don't know. I know a little bit about them, but not enough to be reviewing their album. You know what I'm
For
saying?
sure.
I just
For
know they
sure.
got quality elevator music. You know what I'm saying? Get an elevator, go up. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
fair.
Go try on a suit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hey, D'Angelo Voodoo, 57.
Is that the one where he was naked?
Yeah, that's the How Does It Feel is on there. Devil's Pie is on there. Front and Back with Red and Meth is on there. Feel Like Making Love is on there. Mother Crushing Send It Up, Send It Through is on there. You know what I mean? Hey, listen. Biased kicking in right now. Motherfucking biased kicking in right here. Insert bias. Here I am. That's what she said. I don't care that this album is 57. Let it rock. Because this is my shit. This is one of my favorite R&B albums of all time. Respectfully, fuck y'all if you don't agree. Like, but this is my shit. I fuck with D'Angelo's Voodoo album super hard. So I love that this even made it. Let alone, you know what I'm saying, that they got it this high on this list. So I'm just let this cook for me. How do y'all feel though?
I originally wanted to swap Erica and D'Angelo.
Mm.
And then I started playing the Voodoo album.
Smart man.
It was like, fuck no.
you damn
Fuck
right.
no.
Hey, listen, take your 30-minute set and that fat ass, and you have a nice night. Because this is the one right here, miss. Sorry. Burn an incense to that.
Yeah,
I feel like y'all I feel like y'all being disrespectful right now. Come on, man.
Hey, listen. Pull up. Hey, some tell me she coming to Cincy pretty soon. And she gonna be with Nas or Goody Mob, or she gonna be with somebody that can really rap. You go. Check out the show. Tell me how many actual songs you heard. Look, again, the set gonna be fire. Don't get me confused.
I'm doing it.
Don't get me confused. Her show is going to be fire. But you tell me how many actual songs you hear her singing. That's all.
Hey, Cap, you done sold him. You booking this ticket right now.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, buddy. Yeah, do that. Do that. The Cure. I've heard of The Cure. Can't speak for their catalog, but I ain't mad at them. Rihanna, Anti. How y'all feel about this? Because Rihanna obviously is one of the biggest pop stars, if not the biggest pop star of last decade. She should be on this list. And that's where I stand on it.
She should be on the list. I couldn't really tell you where to put her.
Mm-hmm.
I think she should be 60 up. I think that's fair.
Okay. Doug, what you got on the Miss Rihanna?
Yeah, I think it's fair too. I think that's good placement. With her, to me, I enjoy her singles more than her actual full albums. So it's like, for me to judge her full album, it's like I always just get her singles when they come out. I never like let me go cop the Riri. You know what I'm saying?
I dig it.
So,
I respect that.
Yeah, I watch a video. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, that's why not. Oh man. So John Coltrane, great black musician. I'm gonna let him cook right here at 54. I'm just gonna let him cook.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hey, the Rolling Stones, Exile on Main Street. Again, this ain't the magazine for everybody that might be confused. This is the actual group. All right. And I have no problem with any Rolling Stone album being on this list. I'll tell you what, when I looked at this though, it didn't look like this had too many of the slaps either. So they gotta explain this. I'm officially gonna listen to this album because ain't on here. So I'm lost. I'm lost on how this album beats that one, but I'm gonna listen to Exile on Main Street sometime in the next 2 weeks. I'll tell you that. Like, that's what I'm gonna do.
True story.
You know, hey, Guns N' Roses, Appetite for Destruction. Not familiar with their catalog like that, but hey, This album starts with "Welcome to the Jungle," nigga.
That's it.
Paradise City is on here.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah, this is Sweet Child of Mine is on here. Like,
That's
yo,
it.
like so again, now we getting it right. Like, this is the Guns N' Roses album I know.
Yeah.
So
That's it.
yeah, you know what I mean? Okay, so now I'm about to be critical. I have no beef with Prince. Okay, regardless of how I present myself. Regardless of how I present myself, I have no beef with Prince. I got a problem with Sign of the Times being on this list. Because I don't know shit from it. I don't think. I'm about to look at the checklist right now.
I'm doing that as well.
Not this one, dog. Not this one, doggy. No.
You know what should have been there instead of that one?
My vote is New Power Generation. Diamonds and Pearls, that album.
That's the one that should be right there.
Yeah.
That's the one that
I
should be right there.
mean,
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know what they want from us, but
yeah,
Sign All the Times.
I thought you was getting ready to be disrespectful, but
well, no, I mean, I mean, I am low-key, but dogs, come on, man. No, Prince don't listen to this album. Prince didn't listen to this.
This is another case of right artist, wrong album.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's just it. Like, seriously, my girl is a diehard Prince fan. I mentioned that album to her. She said, "What?"
See, even the one.
Where did this album come from? Was this one of the albums that he did where he only put it out in Europe? The States didn't hear it.
Hey,
you know, because he was doing that shit. You know,
this is either right before.
Music. Go ahead.
I was gonna say that this is either right before or right after the Symbol situation. It's literally I don't know which one. I think it's either right before or right after the Symbol thing.
It's his version of Drake's Scary Hours.
Hey, yeah, if you want, hey, I'll roll with that. I'll roll with that. I will roll with that. So, you know, man, listen. So, I mean, all right, so cool. We kind of agree here on Prince. And I'm sorry, but Wayne, you got any other thoughts on this Prince album and anything else regarding it?
Like I said, the Prince album is something that I'm not even familiar with. So it's like, and I know it's not just me. So I have no take on it. I feel like it should, if you want to do Prince twice, pick a better album. Because what the fuck is that? But that, what you say it was, Cam? Prince and the revolutionary.
Hey, first of all, we not gonna be disrespectful and just give him a random name. Okay.
Hey, right. And I'm saying,
Prince's album names be so fucking intriguing. Okay. Like, it's like, can nobody remember all that shit?
It's New Power Generation and Prince. The album's title is called Diamonds and Pearls. Okay.
Yeah,
okay. Prince's Diamonds and Pearls album.
He said like a wrestling team, the Revolutionary.
Yeah, right. Hey, Wayne. For context, a lot of the Prince names are the way they are because that's the name of the band. Like the band was the Revolution. The band was
I did know that. but every album he had a new band, so it's like I'm not gonna remember all that shit.
Hey, you mess up, I'm firing these niggas.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, listen. All right, so we at 50. Kate Bush looks a little 90s sexy, but I don't know who this is. All right. U2.
I have no clue.
Yeah. U2, the Joshua Tree. I tell you what, I knew about the Joshua Tree in elementary school. So I'm just gonna let this cook. So
I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah, and it's U2.
It's U2. Let me tell you something about U2, bro.
U2 was a big thing.
Here in Cincinnati, right? U2 did a concert last year at the soccer stadium, the FC. They got a brand new soccer stadium here called TQL. It's beautiful, right? U2 was supposed to do a show here 20 years ago. It got canceled because of something happened. They haven't been back in this area since. They just did the makeup show last year. 40,000 people were in that stadium.
Wow.
The stadium hosts 30. They had it like on the field, like more people. I've only seen it more crowded than that here. One other time. And that was when Taylor Swift was here. That U2 thing was different, bro. That U2 thing was different, bro. It was crazy.
Hey, and not for nothing. This album starts with "I still haven't found what I'm looking for." Yeah. That is the first U2 song I remember.
Yeah.
So
U2 is special, dog.
Yeah, for sure. No denying that they belong on this list. So we're gonna let that rock out right where it is, top 50, especially if we're counting all music. I'm not here to dispute where they should be anything less than 50 based on just what I know. But now here was where it gets interesting, because I didn't think this group would be placed so high above Eminem. Hey, but the SDs, right? The SDs have made their decision.
Sun Dodgers
Boutique, because Paul's Boutique by the Beastie Boys is 48.
Okay.
Beastie Boys don't deserve to be on this list.
I may be in the minority.
Oh, okay.
It's only one other. Cameron knows this, but it's only one other artist that I can say that I hate. I've never liked the Beastie Boys ever.
Okay.
Ever.
Okay. Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
Never.
Hey. Okay.
To me, the worst great song ever in history is "You Gotta Fight for Your Right to Party." That's the worst great song ever to me.
The worst great song ever. Okay. Okay. Hey, I'm gonna let him do his thing. I said he can do his thing. We're gonna let him do his thing. So, okay. And Wang, I mean, hey, I guess you're here to double down, because if I heard you right, you was like, the Beastie Boys don't need to be on this list at all.
Did we lose it?
No, I'm still here. I'm waiting for you to say something.
I lost you.
Oh no, I'm still
they don't deserve
right
to be on the list. Take them off the list completely.
Help me out here.
Yeah, take them off the list completely.
Why? You guys don't wait. Look, but why?
Put them in a trash bag. Put them in a trash bag. Then take another garbage bag and put that bag in the trash bag. Yeah.
The only Beastie Boys song that I like, and I can't even say that I liked it, was I can't tell what was I can't remember what the fuck the song is. No, just take it off the list. Period.
Wow.
Somebody else could have had this spot. Everybody should have been one spot up, because they don't even need to be on the list.
They could have gave this spot.
Everybody could have been one spot higher, because the Beastie Boys don't need to be on this list.
Right. They could have gave this spot to Ja Rule or somebody.
Yo, I didn't. I mean, look, not that I expected y'all to.
I'm not even mad at that, though. You're trying to be funny, but I'm not even mad at that.
Not that
they could have gave this spot to Goody Betty Beach.
That's not that. Well, even though I do like that album, but not that one. No, I'm not gonna go that far. Okay, so guys, hear me out here. I'm not saying the Beastie Boys should be 40 anything, but the Beastie Boys should be on this list. And if I had to pick an album from the Beastie Boys to be on this list, it would be Hello Nasty. Because the Hello Nasty album specifically, I remember being in high school when that album came out. And I like they were literally bridging the gap that would end up being Limp Bizkit, Good Charlotte, Green Day to Eminem. Like it literally like bridges the gap of that. And Hello Nasty comes out in 98. Man, what's the joint the album with I think it's like so another one called like Check Your Head, right? Because that's the one that got So What You Want on there. And again, that one is like Check Your Head and Hello Nasty are like the two Beastie Boys albums that bridges all the rap and rock shit. Like that's where Everlast leaves House of Pain, and then he goes into White Jesus, Whitey's Diner, and all of that. So
White Jesus.
and it's called Whitey Ford's Diner. You know what I mean? I can't help it. That's what Everlast named his album. This is not me. so I get y'all don't jig with the Beastie Boys, but they should be on this list somewhere.
I'm sorry, I just don't rock with the school shooter soundtrack. I'm sorry, I just never really rock with it.
And you know what? I was surprised Marilyn Manson did not make this list.
Yeah.
Let's move to 47 because this is going to be great for both of y'all. This is going to be great. So 47 is Take Care by Drake. Hey, I'm gonna mute up. Go ahead. Say whatever you want.
Go ahead, cuz.
I'm gonna be fair. Everybody knows my stance on Drake. But the way the world gravitated to the way the world gravitated to Drake's Take Care album, that album deserves to be on the list.
That's very
of course, if it was my list, no, it would not make the list. But this is the world's list. I'm going to be fair.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to be fair. Take Care deserves to be on the list based off of the way the world gravitated to it. The world loved it.
So here's a question for you. Here's a question for both of you. Matter of fact, both of you. What do you say to the people that say that you can make the argument that Drake should be on this list 3 times?
I say Take Care could be on there, but it should be way lower. If another one was going to be in this area, to me, I like Nothing Was the Same better than Take Care.
Same. We're here on that.
What about you, Wayne?
And the only Drake album that I liked was Thank Me Later.
Oh wow.
I didn't like anything he put out after Thank Me Later.
Sheesh.
So, but even with the world liking Take Care as much as they did, and which one did you say? What Dub?
Nothing Was the Same.
What's your favorite?
Nothing Was the Same. Nothing Was the Same. To me, it goes. Nothing Was the Same.
Nothing Was the Same.
To me, it goes. Nothing Was the Same.
So even if
Use, then Take Care. That's mine.
We're actually in full agreement on that. That's why I was like, hey, look, some people feel like Drake should be on this list 3 times.
Okay, so
it's on you, Wayne.
But even with that, even if Drake did make the list 3 times, it still does not surpass Doggy Style.
No. Hell no.
No, that's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
Hell no.
Yeah. No. We I would never do this and say that any Drake album is above like those. No.
The ones that we talked about, yeah.
Yeah. It's definitely a 1, but it's not that one. Like we still want to be realistic at the same time. We are discussing the list. I think Wang timed down this real quick, but yeah, no, we definitely don't have I don't have any of the Drake albums above any of the rap albums that have been mentioned already. As I really just think about it. Yeah, I don't have any of them, but here's the caveat, and here's the plot twist with a lot of Drake albums. For instance, if you do want to throw Nothing Was the Same or Views in there specifically, then you don't necessarily have that as just a rap album. You know, it's now ventured into the Missy category, where it's a little bit of everything. And so, you know, by technicality, if we're not measuring it by hip hop standards specifically, Views can be higher than some of those, because I mean, Hotline Bling, Controller, and One Dance are on those albums, and those are very huge global records. So, you know.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, hey.
Yeah. Well, like with the Drake, with those Drake albums, like, even though to me they're not like top 50, I could see him having 3 in that top 100, whether they were 60s, 70s, 80s. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. You know what I mean? Where he has solid ones in there. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's how I look at the Drake ones.
I dig it. So let's kind of lightning round just a little bit. So we got Bob Marley and the Wailers at 46. I have no issue with that.
Nope.
Because that's got jamming. That's got on there. That's my joint. Bjork, again, know who it is. Not familiar with this Geisha Doll Face album, but hey, whatever. Let me see. Stevie Wonder, Inner Visions. At least we got a Stevie album in the top 40. That's how I feel off the rip.
If I'm not mistaken, it is another one later.
Yeah, and as it should be.
Yeah,
because
it is another one later. Because I was gonna lose my top. I was gonna lose my top if it wasn't another one later.
Yeah, because
seeing one. Yep.
Yeah, because make no mistake, Inner Vision is one of them ones from Stevie, and Stevie does deserve to be on the top 100 list 2-3 times, maybe even 4. Like he's one of the few people that's like, yo, we better revisit this the right way. Like we better revisit this the right way right now. So I have no problem with Stevie at 44. Talking Heads, keep it a buck. Don't really know them. So we're going to move on. Control, Janet Jackson. Listen.
Right.
This album is fire. I have no problem with it being 42. I love Janet. She comes from great stock. She's from Gary, Indiana. She might be a vice lord. Who knows? But tell you what, Control is a fire album, man.
That makes me sad for you to say that.
Oh, why? Because you're not GD?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Hey, listen, man. Hey, look, Freddie Gibbs said Michael Jackson was a vice lord, but he was really with Crips in the Way You Make Me Feel video. So I would challenge him on that. But I'll say this: Control at 42, absolutely not mad. Not mad. I can't. You could probably argue for higher, but I would say no, because I also feel that Rhythm Nation should be on this list. So
yes.
So there's that. Let me see. So let's. Hey. Okay, we back to some hip hop. Okay, Outkast, Aquemini, 41. Y'all thoughts?
I like it.
I'm okay. I'm okay with Aquemini.
It even could have been a little higher.
It could have been higher, and Outkast should have been on there twice.
What's the other album you got for Outkast being on this list?
Southern Playlist and Cadillac Music.
Really? Okay.
Loved it. Okay. Or even what's the other one? The one that came out after Aquemini.
What, Stankonia?
No, it wasn't Stankonia.
Oh, a Speaker Box of Love Below?
No, not that one either. Was it
Oh, so
before
you, so
Equipment?
you mean AT Aliens then?
AT Aliens. There you go.
So
AT Aliens.
that came out before. That was the second album.
That was
Okay,
the
yeah,
one.
well, well,
To
AT
me,
Aliens.
that was the one. That was the
Interesting. Interesting. Okay. I am I'm not opposed to Outkast making this list more than once. But I think if they're gonna make a list like this more than once, then it should be Speaker Box of Love Below. Because of the Love Below side and just how that's revered musically. But what do I like more? Southern Playalistic and AT Aliens. Like
Right.
I definitely like those more. But hey, look, Equipment is the 5 Mike Diamond album. Like that is the one. So if there is going to be one Outkast album that defines them on a group like this, they definitely picked the right album. And I'm with you, Dub. It could be higher, and I wouldn't have said anything.
Right. Yeah. AT Aliens for me, I liked it. I like. To me, that was my favorite Outkast album. AT Aliens.
Yeah.
Equipment I did like it. And it was a great album, but to me, it was just more my speed. The AT Aliens was more my speed.
For sure.
But I could see both of them literally being there. But it got to the point where it looked like when it comes to certain hip hop R&B artists, they were like, let's pick one and put it.
Yeah.
We'll just pick whichever one. And
You
whoever
know,
turned
for
around
sure.
the table, it was like, all right, this is my favorite one. Let's put it here.
All right. So number 40 is Aretha Franklin. I never loved a man the way I love you. I'll keep it a rack. I don't know much about Aretha Franklin albums. I just know about songs. So I'm not going to dispute her being on this list. She is the original Queen of Soul. She was regarded as the best singer in the world at one point, like the entire world, including the North Pole. So I'm not going to argue with her being number 40, but if she was 64, I wouldn't have said anything either.
She made the list.
Yeah, I respect it. That's cool. Hey, all right. So now we're in the 30s. 39. Nas, Illmatic. I know y'all waiting to hear from me, but go ahead.
I think you better go first.
All right. Hey, listen, I'm not mad at this. And honestly, for a list like this, I'm surprised it's this high. I really am. I'm not even going to sit here and cap. I didn't think that hip hop's First Science Project was going to get this much love on a list like this of the top 100 albums. This is no longer my favorite Nas album. It's still in the top 5-ish, but it's definitely top 10 still. I think the reason why this album is this high to me is because this is the album that everybody will lean on to prove that they know who Nas is. Oh yeah, I've heard Illmatic. I bought the 30-year collector's edition. Well, I bought the 25, and it's like, well, so the fuck what, dog? You know what I mean? Just because y'all celebrate it every year, and you watch the documentary, and you buy all the merch, it don't make it the best Nas album. But I mean, it's dope. It's super dope. I'm glad it's this high. I'm glad Nas made the list because there was a point in time where he wouldn't have made this list at all. So I'm glad he's even on it. That's where I stand.
Right.
Shout out to Nas.
Yeah.
I'm not mad.
All right, dog. What you got? What you got?
I mean, you also got to take into consideration my introduction to Nas was not Illmatic. I was late to the party, living in Clinton, Iowa. So if I remember, my introduction to Nas was Nostradamus.
Damn, you missed a lot.
I missed a lot. So Nas is kind of a new
You
artist
missed
to
a
me.
whole lot.
If you really want to keep it a buck, it was either Nostradamus or Stillmatic, whichever one came first.
Damn. So you missed the 90s? Hey,
Yeah, I
yo,
did.
like, listen,
I
hey,
did.
if you're between Nostradamus and go ahead, dog. Stillmatic.
So your introduction to Nas was "You Owe Me."
My introduction to Nas was Street Dreams.
Oh no,
Okay.
that's it was written.
Yeah, that was
Okay,
it was
okay.
written.
So that,
Okay.
that's album number
I thought
2.
you first heard him with him and Genuine. You owe me.
Yeah, hey, listen, I ain't gonna lie, hey Wayne, if your introduction to Nas was "You Owe Me" with Genuine, I would remove you from the stream, bro. I would like, you gotta go. Like, fam, you got. I was like, it's love, but you gotta go, fam. We're not doing that. We're not doing that ever. You don't ever tell me the first song you heard from Nas was "You Owe Me." And then you gonna sit and talk with me for another 20 seconds.
I just know I was late to the party with 90s hip hop. I didn't have access to it.
Mm-hmm.
So I was late to a lot of 90s hip hop.
I got you. Okay.
I had Garth Brooks that never in fucking in Green Day and Nirvana. Like I didn't have Nas, J and Pun. You know, I didn't get that.
All right, man.
I found that shit when I was grown.
Hey, okay. All right. It's okay. You said Street Dreams, so you bought yourself some time. But just know I had my finger on the button. Because he said, I was like, because yeah, when you said Nostradamus, I was like, hold on. Because I thought what Jay said, and I was like, if he telling me Stillmatic is the first Nas song he know, I gotta get rid of him. Like,
I was just over here like I was just over here like
yeah. yo, man, shout to Big Pop. He was on here. You know, hey, Illmatic has aged well, but it was written is the best album. I agree. I also have I got Life is Good, and Nas's top 5, and I got the King's Disease and like maybe the second King's Disease and maybe the first Magic album in the top 5 now. Oh, and the Nigger tape. But this is not a Nas show. This is Apple's Music 100 Best Albums. We're gonna go right over this lady that I thought was the Court Mega, the Realness album. And I was like, how the fuck did this make it? But it was Carole King, Tapestry. And I don't know who the fuck that is either, but she has a cat. So let's get over here to number 37, which even for just branding purposes, you move this up one more spot. But now this is where J-Dub has to do what he does best. Because they got Wu-Tang, Enter the Wu-Tang 36 Chambers at number 37.
Look, man, check this out. For me, this is like number 10. I'm just putting it. Me, this number 10.
Okay.
I'm clearly proud to say I am the first person from our area that was riding around listening to Wu-Tang.
That is a fact. That is a fact.
Nobody else was listening to that shit beside me. Everywhere I went was like, what the fuck is this? What are you playing? Yeah. What is this? This sound crazy as shit. Me, I let Cam hear that shit. Next thing you know, me and Cam were the only ones riding around listening to it. Then it slowly started bubbling, and all of a sudden, Cream blew up.
Yeah.
When Cream blew, that's when everybody, everybody started to get into it. Then the Sun Dodgers in the area started liking it. And then that's when it kind of blew. You know what I'm saying? But
for sure.
For me, that literally changed my taste for my taste for music. Like literally all I listened to from that for like the next 3 years was Wu-Tang music.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it was that, Meth, Ray, like
Ghost.
all of that. Like that was my whole 4-year run was listening to that. ODB with the food stamp card on the front. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
All of that. You know what I mean? So to
Mm-hmm.
me, I felt disrespected. They didn't just put it at 36 just to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, for real. That's what I'm saying.
They just did that just
like if you know you putting it on the list, put it at 36.
Just do it. Just do it. Just do it. I mean, it was more like a revolution. It was more than just music. It was like a revolution. And so just to see, I'm at least glad somebody around that table was like, hey, Wu-Tang need to be somewhere. I don't know which area or that table it came from, but as long as it's there, as long as they didn't have it like 94 or some shit like that, then I'm all right. You know
Okay. Yeah. I'm with you on that. Wang, thoughts on the Tang?
I'm content with that, being that I was late to that party too. We had that conversation though. But being that I was able to go back, I'm happy with that.
No doubt.
At least I'm being in the top 50.
No doubt.
You know, shows a level of respect for who the Wu-Tang Clan is.
For sure. All right, man. Beyonce, the surprise album. Beyonce, 36.
Didn't listen to it.
I actually heard this album. I've heard a few Beyonce albums. I'm not gonna cap. Just because of who Beyonce is, she should be in like the 30s, 40s, and that's really all I got to say. I don't care what album they pick, but something tells me. Matter of fact, I think Beyonce is on this list twice.
Twice.
So, but you know, I mean, hey, look, man, there was a period of time where I just knew Beyonce was one song away from women around the world professing that Beyonce was their Lord and personal savior. So I don't really have a beef with anything that makes this a list from her, because I've watched her, you know, Jim Jones, a whole generation of women anyway. So
okay, well, I'm going to recant my statement because I just went to the playlist. I do know this Beyonce album, and I actually like it.
Yeah. So there we go. Hey,
so yes,
look at that.
I'm okay. I'm okay with that. I had to look at the playlist.
The Clash, don't know them but respect. Public Enemy, It Takes a Nation of Millions to Hold Us Back. Now, this is where I wish my guy Courtney Cross was on here, because he swears by this album. This is like his favorite rap album of all time. I will say we had a conversation about Public Enemy, and he had me listening to their entire catalog on the weekend. I am not mad at this album being on this list. I am not mad with this album being this high. You know, whether you want to go with this or Fear of a Black Planet, I really don't care. But Public Enemy deserves to be on this list. I think even if you're going with their first three albums, you can pick either one. I think you don't lose. But hey, what do y'all think?
I'm good with it.
I'll let y'all have it.
I'm good with it. I'm not mad at that.
Okay.
I would move Public Enemy behind Wu-Tang, but
Hey, J Dub. Okay, so Dub, hey.
I'm trying to be respectful, dog.
Real quick. just real quick, though. You got anything Public Enemy before or after NWA Straight Outta Compton?
What you just say?
You got anything Public Enemy before or after Straight Outta Compton on this list?
Everything Public Enemy has is after Straight Outta Compton.
All right. Number 3, Radiohead.
Hold on. Let's go back.
Okay.
What's your homie's name?
My man Cross. Shout to Cross.
Okay. Shout out to Cross. I'm sure he's a quality individual and that he has great things going on in his life. But with me, I've just never been a fan of protest music.
Okay. All right. That's fair. That's fair. Hey, I'm gonna let you cook. Hey, that's fair.
They had group members who all they did was stood and marched.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, so shout out to Professor Griff.
I actually, as a kid, I thought that shit was so dope.
You know what I'm saying?
I used to do that shit. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing, but I used to do that shit.
Yeah.
No, first of all, we know you did. People who don't know you don't know that you used to be dancing machine. People who don't know you don't know this about you. Every time somebody thought they could dance, we finna go get Derek. Every time. Derek will bust your ass though. Some people don't know that about you. But I remember. So I know you did what they call the SW1s. What they call? Yeah, so I know you was doing that. I know you was doing that. But I'm sorry. I've never had in my life. I probably had a total of 15 cars. Not one time did anybody get in my car and be like, "Hey man, put in that Chuck D shit." Not one person. So that's why I said I'll let y'all have it. I'm trying to be. I respect them for the movement. Power to the people. I love them. But I'm good.
Hey, what I will say is this though, because I agree with what Pop is saying right here. If nothing else, listen to the Public Enemy albums for the Bomb Squad. Listen, no cap. If more people listen to Public Enemy music and also realize them early solo Ice Cube albums was also by the Bomb Squad, we'd have them in that top 10 to 15 of production teams ever. Because those boys go crazy.
Some of their production that I've heard, oh yeah, I don't doubt that.
Yeah.
It's just when nothing. Never mind. Let's go. What's next?
So Radiohead 33. I've heard of Radiohead. Can't tell you a song, but hey, look, I don't know if this is 33. I don't know, but hey, we'll let it cook. 32. Okay. So now, I want to keep it real here. I want to keep it real.
Do your thing.
Because Ready to Die is 32. And Ready to Die is not a bad album at all. It's actually a super dope album. Some of the tracks haven't aged the greatest. But to put this on here and not Life After Death also and Life After Death higher than this, I don't know how I feel about that.
I know how to feel about it. It's insane. Life After Death is better than this shit.
Yeah, it just is, man. It just is. Like Life After Death is like phenomenal. It's a better, and the thing is, look, I know Ready to Die is on here because of Juicy and Big Papa, and even for One More Chance, the remix, even though it's not on this album, the original is on there. You know what I'm saying? But and Warning is on this album also. So again, as you get the name and tracks, The What with Method Man is on here. Unbelievable is on there. So it ain't no heat on this album. But if we're gonna put a Biggie album in the 30s, it should be Life After Death. That's all. That's all.
It should be Life After Death, and if it was Life After Death, it should at least been in the low 20s.
Hey, you get no argument out of me. So, all right. So we'll stop. We'll stop there. Respect to the legend B.I.G. and shout out to the executive producer as well for this moment as well. Let's just keep on moving. Hey, Alanis Morissette, Jagged Little Pill. Alanis Morissette, Jagged Little Pill. Hey, listen,
Oh shit!
I ain't gonna front. I ain't gonna act like I own this album, but I'm definitely not mad at this album being on this list.
No.
Shout out to the executive producer. It was crazy.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I mean, hey, what can you do at this point? You dig? You dig? So
is Cassie's album on this list?
Cassie's, never mind.
Oh,
We're
my
not.
bad.
No.
God, you know what? Kick me out the line.
I'm gonna be like, hey, yo, if you can name it without Googling it, then yeah. But you can't, so you won't, and it's not gonna happen. So you know, it is what it is. Oh man, Billie Eilish. When we fall asleep, where do we go? Now look, I ain't heard this album front to back, but this title is hard though. I ain't gonna front. The title of this album is hard.
That is
So,
hard.
you know what I'm saying? When we all fall asleep, where do we go? I see
Nigga,
why she
the
won so
fuck-
many Grammys.
The fuck to sleep. That's where you go. Goddamn, like this. What do you
Right, you
mean?
know what I'm saying? So
Come on, man. Go to the next one. You know you want to, man. Go to the
Hey.
next one, man.
listen, hey, look, you know the vibes. You know the vibes. Almost this was the other shirt I was gonna wear. You did for this live specifically. 29, A Tribe Called Quest. Personally, my favorite rap group of all time, the Low End Theory. I don't have a problem with this at all. Even though this ain't my favorite album from them, it's number 2 though. Hey, listen, I would lobby for Midnight Marauders to be on this album, on this list, and I don't care if they had it at 99. I feel the Tribe should be on this list at least twice. So, the Low End Theory, this album though, Low End Theory got the slaps. This is the reason why we all know who Q-Tip, Fife, and Alicia Heat Muhammad are. You know what I'm saying? So, like, there is no disputing that this is the album that best represents the Tribe. I love that it's above De La Soul's 3 Feet High and Rising. I told y'all, for them out there, this ain't for you, this for them niggas. But yeah, Tribe Called Quest, 29, as it should be. You know what I'm saying? Smooth like butter. Da, 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 da. Yeah, bitches.
Hey,
Hey, see, this is a hype for it.
I ain't even mad. I wasn't the biggest Tribe like fan, but they were dope, and I know that's a major album for them. I know that's like a major notch for them. You know what I'm saying? So
Absolutely, man.
and I know that's one of the most highly regarded albums. Yeah, so it got to be there. It got to be there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Ski. Wayne, what you got?
I'm not mad at it. I say yes in the top 30. In the top 30.
Okay.
As no specific place, but yeah, I'll accept in the top 30.
Okay, cool. Have my finger on the button. All right, man. So 28. Hey, you took a long pause. It felt like something that was going to disrupt my spirit was going to come out of your live stream there. So you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Hey, and shout to Brennan's children knowing the words to "Can I Kick It." You know what I'm saying? You're raising upstanding individuals in society. I hope everything goes well for them. I had to give them a Christmas card or something. 28, Pink Floyd, The Dark Side of the Moon. Now, look, what I can say about this album is that this, for Pink Floyd, is one of them ones. So I'll just let this cook.
Yeah. Pink Floyd.
Yeah.
Pink Floyd.
Led Zeppelin. Led Zeppelin 2. I don't know if this is one of them ones for them, but hey, it's Led Zeppelin. So again, I'll let them cook. Yeah. Hey, all right. So number 26, Kanye West, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. Now, for context, they voted this. Now, and when I think it was Rolling Stone or whoever else, they said that this is the number 1 album of last decade. They said like this is like out of everything that dropped from 2010 to 2019, they said this is number 1. So off the rip of that, I'm not arguing the placement of this.
I'm not arguing the placement of it, but me personally, to me, I think production wise, it's there.
Mm-hmm.
But still, to me personally, my favorite, I still personally like College Dropout better than this. But production wise, though, oh my God, yeah. He was in his all the way bag. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Wayne, what you think?
This is right before he went crazy. So yeah.
This is the last Kanye album that I like before he became Kanye Kardashian. College Dropout is still my favorite Kanye album, but I'm not mad at it. If I had to, like we've been saying, you know, right placement, wrong album, this would be that for me. I would have put College Dropout in that space versus Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Okay. I have Late Registration and Graduation above this album. I think Kanye could have made this list twice, if not 3 times. I wouldn't have been mad if he made the list 3 times. I'm actually surprised he didn't. And I'm coming from somebody that's like damn near every Kanye album. Like, yes, even Yeezus. I have played Yeezus more than I played this album, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, personally.
Okay, so I don't feel bad for playing 808s and Heartbreaks more than I played Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Yeah, no. As far as impact, you'll find more artists that exist because of 808 and Heartbreak than you do for My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. So no, I think you know, look, Kanye was trying to make the perfect album, and shit, by a lot of people's estimation, he did. It's just not one that we just play that much. Like that, there is something about making a masterpiece, but just like it's for the people that want to be mind blown. But a lot of people just like when you kept it simple.
I was just going to say that. Is this something? Do we think that album was too perfect? Like, it was like so good sonically that you had to spend more time listening and analyzing the production and where the horns were and where the vocals are and just listening to how great it was, instead of just listening to it. Instead of just putting it in and just listening to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like, hey, listen, like for instance, Devil in the Blue Dress, my man do a whole song, and then like Glasper come out or somebody, or like Mike Dean play like a 3-minute guitar solo, and then it's a whole different song. Like it is like, and then like Rick Ross is the next piece of the song. Like the shit is like 7 minutes long. But I was like, I'm not mad at any of this happening, but like why? but and also for me, yeah, you know what I'm saying. But also for me, Good Fridays messed up this album for me, because it was the first album where I'm looking for all the releases, and I'm thinking, oh wow, I can't wait to hear what the album sound like. And lo and behold, fam was dropping the whole album the entire summer, so I only heard like finished versions of the songs I had already heard. So
you know what ruined perfect example of that. Drake, Certified Lover Boy.
Yeah.
75% of that project had been out for like was leaked, and songs was getting previewed for like 7-8 months before that project came out. So when it came out, people were like, I done heard some of it. Now, if that same project would have just came out without that, with some to the moon.
Oh yeah, you have a whole different conversation out of me if all I hear is like maybe like Devil in a new dress. I think Devil in a New Dress or Blue Dress, and like for instance, even just Monster. If I just hear those 2 songs and that's it, and I get the rest of the album, I'm like, oh, this is crazy.
Yeah.
Or I mean, and because well, Runaway was the single, so we'll give you that. So I just heard like those 3 songs, I would have been cool with that. But yeah, I'd already heard the entire album before it actually dropped, so that's what kind of ruined it for me. 25, Miles Davis. I'm not gonna hate.
Nope, can't do it.
Yeah, no. Hey, listen. Hey, David Bowie, The Rise and Fall of Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars. Again, yo, this sounds like one of the illest, worst movies from the 70s ever. But I'm gonna let David Bowie cook. All right, David Bowie is the man. So
I kind of idolize David Bowie.
You know what I'm saying? Hey man, he's the man, dog. And he fought for black people when everybody was scared too. Black artists.
Yeah, I'm envious of David Bowie.
You want to elaborate? Do you want to elaborate?
You want to go further into that?
We did that already.
Oh man! All right.
We did that another time.
Hey, excellent. Hey, we got I'll send the link. All right. 23, Daft Punk, Discovery. Another album I'm not mad at.
Daft Punk fire, man.
Yeah.
Daft
They
Punk
go crazy.
Fire.
Hey, this the album with One More Time on it. So you can't tell me shit about this album. This shit grooves.
One more
Groovy as fuck.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, hey, yeah. This one, this is definitely one of them ones for them. So yeah, I have no problem with this. So all right, so we will. Hey, listen, look, see, we just gonna keep right on going. Bruce Springsteen, Born to Run.
Come on, man. We ain't got to talk about it.
You know what I'm saying? It's the boss. You know what I mean? Get your life right.
Boss, man. You ain't got to talk about it. It's the boss, man.
You know what I mean? It's the boss. I mean, look, this didn't have many of the slaps on it, but maybe I'm just not in tune with these slaps. But it's the boss. You let the boss. All right?
Yep.
Uh-oh. Jesus. Number 21. The Beatles. Revolver. How we feel?
Hold on. I gotta look at the catalog.
Because it is the Beatles.
I mean, you can't take away from it being the Beatles, period. You know, you gotta let the Beatles beat them.
Mm-hmm. Yo, I mean, listen, as I'm looking at this, hey, look, Got to Get You in My Life is on here. And Yellow Submarine is on here.
Yellow Submarine.
So, hey.
I say let it cook.
Yeah. I'll let it cook because, I mean, one, it's the Beatles, and I'm sure somebody has remixed this and used it for a Gap commercial or something crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's probably something on here that I ain't even recognizing. Yeah, man. Hey, man, Beatles Mania. It was a real thing, so we're going to let them cook. The Beach Boys, Pet Sounds at number 20. Now, look. I don't know how an album called Pet Sounds can be above Wu-Tang's 36 Chambers with the Kung Fu sounds, but they did it, right? I don't know personally, but I mean, the Beach Boys, again, it's another one of them groups that's them, you know what I'm saying, to some people. So, again, I'm not mad to be on this list. I don't know if this is the album, though, because I don't see Kokomo on this album. So.
I didn't even know they had a CD called Pet Sounds.
Yeah.
If Kokomo is not on the album, get them the fuck out of here.
You know what I mean? I'm kind of with you. All right. We're in the top 20 officially. We actually moving along. We're progressing pretty well. Dr. Dre, The Chronic, number 19. What do we think?
Hey, as long as it's in the top 20, I'm good, man. I'm good.
I gotta agree with that.
I'm good. As long as it's not top 20,
you agree with that, Wayne? You said you agree with this being in the top 20?
I agree with it being in the top 20 based off of what it gave us to use. No. Top 20, no. Top 10.
This album is way too fucking high.
Top
Hold
10.
on. What? You say you too high? You say
This
you
is
too high?
way too
You been
fucking
smoking?
high. No,
For the-
I
is
mean,
it
no,
chronic?
no.
You
I
too
didn't have
high?
an edible. No,
Oh.
this album, Chronic, the album on a list like this is way too fucking high. Way too fucking high. Way too fucking high.
The Chronic should be, like I said, in the top 20, along with Confessions, Get Rich or Die Trying, Doggy. It should be up there.
But them albums are better than that one, though.
They are. I'm not disputing that. They should be in front of that one, but they all should be up there. And maybe it's just because I'm more of a rap fan than a lot of the rock music and everything. But
Yeah, no. Listen,
I think the Chronic should be up there along with those other ones we were arguing that were fucking 85 and stupid shit like that.
listen. It would have been fair to have this album and Missy spot at 75 off Cultural Impact.
And whoa.
Yes, sir.
Whoa. Time out.
I'm going completely there.
What number?
75 at best for the Chronic. We're talking the top 100 albums of all time. Yes. We're in 2024 now. I want y'all to listen to the Chronic today. That shit is a dash of Purple Haze mixed in some Reggie, wrapped in nothing but a G thing. That's what it is. Hey, listen, outside of G thing and fucking with Dre Day, and I'll give y'all Let Me Ride because people seem to like that one. You tell me
Did
the
he just say
slaps
people
on this
seem
album.
to like Let Me Ride? Like Let Me Ride wasn't.
It's not. Hey, listen. It was the third or fourth single for a reason. It's the third or fourth single for a reason. Let's be clear on that. Dre Day and G Thing carry this album. G Thing and Dre Day, like, there's virtually no album without those two joints on it.
My man just disrespected Let Me Ride to the fullest, though.
Hey, Bill, can we
I
kick
wish
him out
Jones
the
was
zone?
back on here because I got on his ass. I was like,
Can we
because he
kick him
was
out his
trying
own
to tell
stream?
me,
Man, dog, I don't know. I don't know what to do right now, dog. I'm like lost.
dog, y'all don't. Okay, I'm gonna give y'all the same question I gave Jones years ago. I'm banging on lunch tables. 75-degree day. First, matter of fact, the first day the weather breaks, got the whip washed up, ready to just get outside and just cruise and maybe just pull up and just drive past some hoes. Is that one of the first three songs that you want playing?
Oh, wait, ask the question again.
Okay, tell me the neighborhood where this is in the top three.
Oh shit, Milwaukee 27th and Keith. I'm going down there. What? Okay, not the top three, but it's in that booklet. But it's in that book.
Hey,
I ain't mad if I grab it.
But if it ain't a go-to, then you don't gotta go to it. Listen, the Chronic as a complete album is mid, dog. It's Reggie, bro. It's reefer with no seeds. It's reefer with no seeds. Well, 3 seeds. Y'all are not about to tell me that the album where RBX is writing half of it is in the top 20 of albums of all time. You're not doing that to me. We're not. Like, dog. Snoop, Corrupt, and DOC didn't write that much of this album. They're on the singles that you love. That's it. RBX writes the rest of this album. Lil Ghetto Boys is not a slap. It ain't. Them niggas being fake rosters and they gangbangers from South Central. It does not mesh well. It's a sound that is like, oh my God, when you hear it in real time. But as we let time pass, as we listen to Doggy Style and All Eyes on Me and Aquemini and Ready to Die and Life After Death, like this album gets worse and worse. So by the time we get to the Marshall Mathers LP and we get to Get Rich or Die Trying, it's like this album ain't even top 10 in hip hop, period.
I never knew this about you. I never knew this about you. All the time I knew you, I never knew this about you.
Hey, listen.
Everybody got flaws. It took me 40 years to find yours.
So you think the Chronic should be 19 or higher on this list?
I think it is well placed.
That sounds like a middle-aged woman that just got her BBL and is just happy with the results. That is crazy. Hey, listen.
I'm sorry. I kind of blanked when you told me Let Me Ride was just some song. You act like Let Me Ride was that song from that artist in Freeport that we know that Marty Sellers threw the CD out the window.
No, it's not that.
That's what you're acting like.
Listen,
Wayne, we will talk off camera about what song this is. Because the guy whose song it is a quality guy. He's a cool guy. But the song was ass and foot.
Hey, hey, listen.
He acting like Let Me Ride is that.
No. All I'm saying is,
matter of fact, Wayne,
the majority,
I'm gonna message you and tell you the song.
Make sure you hit the private chat. Hey, listen. All I'm saying is, as a complete album, The Chronic is good, but not great. That's all. It's good.
I'll say this. You had a very you didn't even have to send me that shit. I knew who you was talking about already. I knew you was talking about.
Oh man.
Yeah, I thought you'd be sarcastic about sending it to me. Yeah, whatever. But Kim, you have very, 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 very valid points. Even valid enough to, I will say, Doug, he kind of changed my mind on
it. Hey, listen. Yo, hey, I'm telling you, hey, Dub, you remove G Thing, Dre Day, and Let Me Ride, and you tell me to slap on that album. Remove those three. What's slap number 4?
Okay, number 18 is Taylor Swift, 1989.
There you go. Yeah. Taylor, let's move on. Hey, listen, Taylor Swift, you saw the effect in real time. This is one of the biggest albums of the last 10 years.
Tell you something. I'm not saying anything negative about Taylor Swift online ever in the history of life. Ever. I know better. I ain't no fucking fool.
Hey.
I synced it.
No, hey, Taylor Swift got slaps too. Not for nothing.
You would have thought the Million White Girl March was downtown.
Hey,
so 2 nights in a row.
Any thoughts on Taylor? On Miss Swifty at 18, Wayne?
I don't want no smoke with the Swifties.
None.
All right. Hey, well then, hey, we're on 17. Marvin Gaye, what's going on? I have no problem here.
I'll take it at 17.
Yeah, I have no problem here. Hey, Marvin Gaye made the list.
I wouldn't be mad if it was higher either.
Okay.
There you go. That's what I was about to say.
Yeah, I wouldn't be mad if it was higher either. But I'll take 17.
I dig it. Hey, Joni Mitchell, Blue. Now, I don't know this album, but Joni Mitchell should be on this list, though.
Don't know much about her.
Yeah, I was surprised that the album, or maybe it's just a Lucy, but I would have thought the album with Got Till It's Gone would be on here, but it's not. But it's not. But Joni Mitchell definitely deserves to be on the list like this. Hey, Adele, 21. I mean, hey, I haven't listened to the album, but I saw it in real time.
Shouldn't be higher than Marvin Gaye.
Should be higher than Marvin Gaye.
Facts. With you. I'm with you both. Hey, Bob Dylan, Highway 61 Revisited.
Shouldn't be higher than Marvin Gaye.
Nope.
It's this one, even though I do agree with y'all, I will say that this Bob Dylan album is one of the ones I've heard about. I have not listened to, but this is apparently one of the albums that makes him. So I was like, okay, obviously Bob Dylan deserves to be on the list because he's considered one of the greatest songwriters ever. But yeah, I mean, Marvin Gaye, vocal ability alone, I got him higher than a lot of people, a lot of albums. I mean, hey, but they got him above the Chronic, so hey, that's a start, right? 13 was The Blueprint by Jay-Z. Let's go. Hey, this is your time. This is your time.
Okay. I'm a huge Jay-Z fan. One of the biggest Jay-Z fans. Blueprint is one of my favorite albums. Blueprint should not be in no fucking top 20 or top 100 albums of all time.
Let's talk about it.
It shouldn't be higher than Marvin Gaye. No. Blueprint shouldn't be high. If Blueprint is number 13, Get Rich or Die Trying and Doggy Style should be 10 or 11. I'm sorry. That's just the way that I feel personally. And I'm a whole stan. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, but I love Blueprint, but at the same time, it shouldn't be this high. Of course, on the list, but nowhere near not this high. This is like, okay, Rock Nation had an employee in there that said,
"Hey, where y'all got Blueprint? We're putting together the top 10 now. We'll just put it right here then."
Yeah, bump that up just a little bit. Bump that up.
I think Jay-Z got his position based off of his impact on rap culture.
So they was like, we got to put a Jay-Z album in there.
We have to put a Jay-Z album on here.
Yeah.
And based off of the name, even though Snoop Dogg is a bigger name than Jay-Z, they still had to say we have to put him high.
Yeah.
It may have even been because of his wife.
The fact that he has an album over his wife is kind of crazy to me.
Yeah.
If I'm just being honest.
We not done.
Yeah, no. We're not done, but still.
We not done.
We're not done, but I am surprised.
He got the lead right now. He got the lead over right now.
Yeah. But again, hey, now look. So, okay. Because I'm gonna ask y'all. I'm specifically asking Dub. You got the Blueprint before or after the Chronic?
Before.
Yeah. And you don't think this should be 13?
No. Look. It is kind of a Jay-Z bias. And Jay-Z is more of what I listen to on an average every day. But as far as impact on culture, added with the music, I understand Chronic being held here on a top 100 album of all time. I understand that being there. But I can see it being...
So then Jay-Z's not too high then?
Jay-Z can be... You can slide Jay-Z down. Go ahead. Leave Chronic 19, Jay-Z 18. Go ahead, keep moving.
Yo, man, see that someone? Yeah, see, yeah, got him. We got him. We're gonna go around on the 12.
Keep moving.
And yo, hey, Radiohead is on here again.
You will not get me to disrespect the Chronic. I'm sorry. I shall not do it.
I don't want you to disrespect the album. I just want you to calibrate it correctly. That's all. It's the correct calibration.
So you're just gonna bust out the word calibrate on a Thursday.
because it has to get done here. It has to be done. So, yo, Radiohead made it here again with OK Computer. No, I ain't gonna front. I do remember hearing the title of this album. So I'm not gonna act like I'm super foreign to this, but wow. For them to make it twice, I gotta start listening to more Radiohead. I'm just gonna throw it out here like that. I don't know if they should be 12, but they've already been on here twice, and they're like apart. So I'm officially gonna listen to some Radiohead. What are y'all thoughts?
Radiohead.
I'll come back to Radiohead.
Okay.
Yeah, Radiohead is one of those where I understand how big they are to the SDs. So, but me personally, I don't know a whole lot about them.
Mm-hmm.
But I do understand. It's like certain groups where you hear the name, you know, okay, I know they had that MTV on lock for a good amount of time. They had certain other like just the SDs in general, just had them on lock. You know,
for sure.
They one of those groups. Them and the next one on the list is the same way for me. I don't know a lot about those two artists, but I do know that they. Yeah, I know if they did like a reunion concert, that should be sold out in 4 minutes and 12 seconds. So I do know that.
Real quick, to answer Brennan's question, to me, I got the Blueprint over the Black Album. I just like the Blueprint album just better. What do y'all thought? Blueprint or Black Album? What you got?
Blueprint.
That's tough.
It's an easy one for me. I like the Black Album.
Mm-hmm.
I like the Black Album. Black Album is probably my top 3 Jay-Z albums, but Blueprint.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Every time I want to put Blueprint in front, I think about what more can I say in PSA, man. Those two joints right there, man, make Black Album. Those two right there, those different.
Yeah. Right now, and listen, I mean, you know what? Ever so often, I listen to Threats, which was like, I was like, wow, Ninth Wonder got a beat on a Hove album. Like, this is gonna be crazy. And so, I mean, off of that, you know what I'm saying? I put your boy in the box like David Blaine, let the audience watch. It ain't a thing. You wish it was front. Like George Bush, the button, the oil in your car, roll up your hood, nigga, run it. I was just like, yo, no, Jay was going crazy on the album. What the Blueprint album? Hey, listen, the Blueprint album is so dope. He did the shit of 2 of my favorite rappers ever in life, and I still play it like it didn't happen. Like, you know what I mean? Like he just the hell out of Nas and Prodigy. I was like, yo, they're in my top 10 ever. And I was just like, but yo, I gotta let this rock. Like, this is hard. This is fire.
Like, right. You gotta let it. Sometimes you just gotta let it happen.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So hey, all right. So we're closing in the top 10. But we can't just gloss over this one. In my estimation, yo, Fleetwood Mac, Rumors, number 11. Now, keep it up. Bean and a Half. I know this is one of them ones. Like, I know it. So I'm not mad at this placement if we're talking overall music, because Fleetwood Mac is like a super dope band. And I don't know about it being higher or lower, but this one, this is one of those albums where one of your uncles probably smoked reefer with his first white girlfriend and hit raw. He probably did it to this album. So, that alone.
One of my uncles did more than smoke reefer with her.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, yo, you know what I'm saying? Do a couple bumps. You know what I'm saying? Pick you up a nice little, you know what I'm saying? Fair
I ain't
skin,
gonna say which
queen,
one
or
because they got
whatever.
their life together now, but yeah, one of them was going
Yeah.
wild back then. I bet you had that young Fleetwood playing.
You know what I'm saying? Yo, Fleetwood Mac is groovy, man. They groovy, man. What you thought? What you think, Wang?
I'll take your word for it. Don't know much about them.
All right, for sure. All right, on to the top 10, gentlemen. And wow, I can't believe. I mean, well, I do believe it, but can't believe at the same time. But Beyonce eliminated 10.
Told you, Jay had to leave for a minute, and
Yeah,
Beyonce got him back.
Yeah, but hey, but he don't come back though. She just sandwiched him in on the list. So, which is cool. Wang, any thoughts on that?
Sure he don't. That album, if I heard a song from that album, and I don't want to say this because I don't want to smoke with the Beehive either, but if I heard a song from that album, I didn't know it was from that album.
Let me provide clarity. And this is why I'm also shocked that this is the album that's number 10. And for Beyonce. Lemonade is I think Jay-Z's Cheating on Me album.
Yeah.
It's that album. And I got it in the top 10.
Yeah, this is the nigga you cheated. I'm getting my shit off. Yeah. You fuck up again, I'm gone album. That's what this is.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is that one.
Fuck. This is the album that made Jay-Z come back and say I'm sorry 12 times on 444.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. I can see that, but
yeah. All right, man. Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
There you go. You learn it fast.
Right. So let's burn through it. Hey, Nirvana, never mind at number 9.
I'm okay with it.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to argue top 10, but hey, I mean, it's a revolutionary album, man.
It can be moved. It can be moved.
Yeah.
But I'm not mad.
As long as it's not too far though. Because that Nirvana was that's one of them rock albums where I was like, okay, yeah, this is tough.
Yeah, no, it's definitely one of them ones. I mean, hey, when Kurt Cobain died, I remember with girls in our class crying and wanting to go home. So, and this was the album that was out. So, Amy Winehouse, Back to Black. Now, what I'll say about this
is that the one with Rehab on it?
Yeah, like this. Okay. This is the album that this is her debut album, basically. So. Hard to deny who Amy Winehouse was when this album like came out. You know what I'm saying? She was like for anybody younger than us by a decade or so, Amy Winehouse came in how Adele came in, except we wanted to hit. You know. Number 7. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Number 7, Kendrick Lamar, Good Kid, Mad City.
Go ahead.
Where Jones at?
Hey, right. Listen, man. I don't care about Good Kid, Mad City being on this list. But it being number 7 is insane to me.
Crazy. Wow. See, and I didn't want to be the one to say that first because anybody
that's why I said go ahead.
Knows that I don't care for dude. So they automatically is gonna be he's just hating. So the fact that somebody said it before me, so let's be for real. Let's be fucking for real. Like again, we are talking about the greatest. The top 100 greatest, or the top 100 albums ever. Cut it the fuck out.
We all know why it's this high. We all know why it's this high. If this stuff wouldn't have happened over this past 30 days,
Yes.
This would be number 38.
So now, with you feeling that way, I got this question because it's been thrown out there. Is the wrong Kendrick Lamar album on this list?
I like Damn better than this.
Okay.
I don't like the protest music one.
The Pepper Butterfly.
The butterfly.
I don't really dig that one. But yeah, nah, like it was a very good project.
Yeah, that's dope.
No way in hell this should be this high on the top 100 though. Like,
yeah. So, all right. Okay. Based on, do y'all think that it is one of the lowest of just the rap albums listed? So, like with every rap album listed, do you think it should be the lowest out of those, or in the middle? Like, what albums that are rap albums specifically do you have it being better than, or maybe not so much better than?
It's better than the Beastie Boys.
Oh man! Oh shoot! Okay, all right. Hey, and they got two. Wait, no, they got one on here.
They have one on there.
Yeah, they have one
the
on
crazy thing is he right, but he right. Okay, we gotta keep going.
So, I will say this. I do want to say this because I think it is important, because I'm going to stick by my words of cultural impact. I do think Good Kid, Mad City deserves to be on this list. I think it does. It does need to be on this list. It needs to be on this list because of what it caused in 2012 and to 2014. And I think that it is a very important album. It's a great storytelling album. I do think it is better than quite a few of the rap albums that's on here already. Not all of them, but like a few. Again, yeah. I got it over the Beastie Boys. Shoot, I got it over Missy's album. I got it over the Chronic, as y'all already know. Spoiler alert, right? I got it over NWA. I got it over It Takes a Nation. I got it, I got it over a good amount of rap albums. It's once the hype dies down and everything about Kendrick finally settles and people will listen to the album like outside of real time, it will stand the test of time of being great, but it's the hype beasting and the over promoting and the over propaganda that's like killing the vibe for me right now with the album. But I will say, no matter what, it does deserve to be on this list. 7, you lost me on there. Oh, Brennan, no J. Cole album is gonna make a list like this.
No,
just
and I like
sorry.
Cole,
Yeah.
No.
And look, and I got Cole as a far better rapper than Kendrick Lamar. Far better. But
Thanks.
His albums are not gonna make a list like this. Sorry. Number 6, Stevie Wonder, Songs in the Key of Life.
Not bad.
Yup.
Can't say nothing about it.
All right. So now
this is when it gets disrespectful.
This is complete bullshit. This is an intern.
You know what part of that table
dick.
voted for this?
Fucking atrocious.
Yeah.
Listen,
I don't know what intern is sucking dick from the back out there, but I tell you this. A Frank Ocean album should not even be on this list. Frank Ocean should not be here. Who the fuck invited Frank Ocean?
And Shalon should have had their own list.
Yeah, it's called from Hype Beast albums that we love or whatever. They can be 1 and 2 on that. But somebody, I ain't even gonna, you know what? I was gonna say something so crazy. They would have shut the stream down.
They needed somebody from that middle part of that table that was voting.
Hey.
I told you it's that Pride Parade. They needed somebody in the top 10 to ring off up there.
Then they need to put the other Elton John album on here. Then they need to. Hey, look, then they need to put like Sinead O'Connor on here or something. Like you need to do something else. There's a lot of there's no Queen album on here. They could have put a Queen album on here. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, Freddie Mercury. They could have did
This
that.
almost made me, when I first saw it, I saw the top 10 first. When I saw that, I almost pushed the whole shit off my work desk.
Like, yo, you could have put Luther Vandross album on here. You could have a lot. Could have put a Whitney Houston album on here at this
There's
point.
a lot of albums that should have been on here.
Yeah. If you're trying to represent the community, this ain't it. So, yeah.
Seeing that one spot over Stevie Wonder songs in the Key of Life literally made me furious.
Somebody needs their eye taken out manually for that.
Yeah, that's
like, reach in there and just take the fucker out. That's what should happen.
Yeah, that's nasty work.
Yeah, like we've named so many. Hey, look, as much as I said about the Chronic, no way Blonde should be over the Chronic. There's no fucking way. No way. I don't even like dog. Frank Ocean should just not be on this list.
It's a lot of shit that should not have been on this list. And for Frank Ocean to make fucking number 5,
yeah,
that's insane, dog.
Yeah,
that is so insane. Fucking. It's so insulting.
Yeah,
it's super insulting.
But hey, we're gonna digress and move forward, man. Number 4, Prince and the Revolution, Purple Rain.
See, in the Revolutionaries. But to see Frank Ocean in between Purple Rain and Songs in the Key of Life,
yeah,
that's what nuts. Makes me mad, like literally mad.
Yeah, that's nuts. To even think that we can be sitting in the room with people that have Frank Ocean in the same breath as Prince and Stevie Wonder. I don't want to live in that world.
Never.
That's some AI shit. That is that you put on the Viewmaster or whatever that shit people got now. You see that.
He said the Viewmaster.
Yeah, whatever that the Oculus, whatever. Yeah, the new school of Viewmasters. That's what you look at, dude. If you're telling me that Frank Ocean deserves to be in the same like just context of Prince and Stevie Wonder, dog.
That disgusts me. It's fucking disgusting.
Yeah, man.
Frank,
but you know,
I'm still mad at that. But yeah,
Prince of the Revolution, Purple Rain. Yeah, I'm not. I mean, come on. How can I argue it? You know what I mean? Hey, again, number 3.
That's it, man.
The Beatles, Abbey Road. How are you going to argue that one? Like you just can't. Like, but again, see how he's not in great company as we keep talking. Like, dog, come on, man.
Let's get into it, man.
Yeah,
let's get into this number 1 and 2, man.
Yeah, man, because this is oh my god. Yep. So look, number 2, the real number 1. I'm gonna say it off top. The real number 1, Michael Jackson, Thriller. Michael Jackson, Thriller's at number 2. Dig it. This is the only bar I got, and I'll let y'all talk from here. It has now been 40 years. This is still the biggest and best-selling album of all time, regardless of genre. It's sold on vinyl. It's sold on cassette. It's sold on CD. It's sold on MP3. And it's selling on streams. All in the millions. The tens of millions. By every single stat that you care or don't care about, Thriller meets the mark. No other album has done it. So even with that being said, don't know how you have this at number 2, because Michael Jackson really did drop the greatest album in music history. He just did. I hate him and think he's guilty and want to be black again instead of being a middle-aged Asian or an elderly white woman. I could want all of that. And it still don't change the fact that Thriller, by every statistical, emotional, and performance stat, is number one. Don't know what happened here. Y'all got it.
Bad.
Bro.
And Thriller could have been 1 and 2.
Now that you brought it up, okay. I've looked through this list 19 times.
Mm-hmm.
From 100 to 1 and from 1 to 100.
Mm-hmm.
Number 1, no way in the fuck is Miseducation over Thriller.
Oh yeah, no, and we're gonna get to that firmly.
No way in the fuck is Miseducation over fucking Purple Rain either. I'm sorry, no. But my main gripe with this whole list, if you got all these other artists with 2 and 3 albums on there, if Beyonce got Beyonce and Lemonade on there, why the fuck is Bad not on this list nowhere?
Hey, listen, I might be in the minority, but I think Michael Jackson should be on this list 4 times. I think Off the Wall should be on here.
Off the Wall should be on there.
I think Thriller should be on here. I think Bad should be on here. And I think Dangerous should be on here. I don't care if Dangerous is number 96. It should be on here. It's some of Teddy Riley's best work.
Right.
Like, hey, look, we already know what Michael and Quincy do. That's why they should all the other 3 albums should be in the top 20.
Bruh, Bad sold 17 million total albums.
And fed Africans. I'm just giving you the facts. You know what I'm saying?
And it's not on the list, dog.
You know what I'm saying?
But
Heal the world.
Let's stop ducking the elephant in the room, though. There's not a person on this live that didn't listen to Miseducation and say, "This is nice. This is great. I like this. I love this." Number fucking 1.
Yeah, but see, I'm gonna get to that. But hold on, real quick, because we just gonna move on. We get this from Michael Jackson, right? Listen, Heal the World dropped, and you never saw Sally Struthers asking for us to give 35 cents to Africans ever again, because that's how much money Michael Jackson made in residuals for Africans with 1 single. All right, Heal the World We Live In, Save It for Our Children. Bad should be in the top 10. And get Frank Ocean the fuck out of here. If y'all was wondering what should have been 5, Bad by fucking Michael Jackson. That's what should have been number 5. All right. so there, because he fed a whole continent of poor kids with mosquitoes in their eyes. That's why. All right. Number 1, terrible decision. Lauryn Hill. The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill.
Wyclef was sitting at that table.
Oh no, because this is the one where this is the one that ended their relationship and the group. So no, I don't think he was there. I don't think he was there for this one. Hey, look, he probably hot that the number 1 album on the Apple list is the lead singer was a diss track. Oh wait, no, the intro was a diss track to him.
When she got rid of his ass.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Lost Ones is about Wyclef and X Factor. It's about
it's X Factor.
Bro, like literally, like I'm flabbergasted. I haven't used that word in 18 years. I'm flabbergasted. Literally, it got to be something at play. Like,
well, there's a lot at play. I got some time if y'all. Unless
dude, she got to deal with Apple. She got to deal with Apple, and she finna let out her album with them.
It is rumored that she got an album coming out.
Yeah, that's like, well, spoiler alert. Lauryn Hill has been dropping EPs and albums. We've only counted this one. That's what it is. Like even like just Google her. Google her discography. You'll see there's more than one album there. And I ain't talking about Fuji's albums either. Listen, man. Here's the real talk. This is what we get when everybody is trying to champion and herald a scorned woman under the guise of, oh, this is real talent, this is natural beauty, this is like all just the buzzwords, right? And I'm not saying that miseducation doesn't belong on this list. Hell, you can put this at 25. I wouldn't care. You know what I'm saying? You could. I don't know if it's quite top 10 again if we're counting all music. I don't know, but I wouldn't be mad at it even then. But this album is number one is because through time, since 1997, people have been calling this the greatest hip hop album of all time. People have been calling this the greatest R&B album of all time. It won like 6 or 7 Grammys, one being R&B album of the year. It is heralded as the best body of work for some of the entire 90s. And I would call cap on that, saying specifically. Lauryn Hill has been able to show up late and underperform for 30 years because of this album. And y'all keep buying tickets. Like, there's so much to say about this and why it's number one. Because of the jargon and internet fodder, if you will, it kind of has to be number one, even though you clearly know and have an album above it. I don't think that when we really sit down and we lay out all of our music collections and we think about our live shows and we think about our favorite songs, that the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill is at the top of everyone's list. I just sincerely doubt that. I just doubt it.
You don't gotta doubt it because it's the truth. Don't got that shit at number one, man.
Hey, and that's the problem, right? We've spent so long championing this one lady, this one woman, with her amazing vocal talent. She didn't write most of this album. She didn't produce any of this album. and we have made this the bar for what we want women in hip hop and R&B to sound like. You know what's our go-to? Oh man, but it ain't like, like Lauryn Hill. And it's just like, okay, be careful what you're doing here. You know what I'm saying? You can't just incense and sage your way through life. You're making me laugh. You can't just incense and sage your way through life and washing your ass and calling it a day. You really got to get out here and do something. You really got to do something else. Like, Lauryn Hill didn't not make a great follow-up album because she's like unable to as far as like budget or whatever. She just can't. She fucked over everybody that did this album, and now she don't know who else to talk to get another one done. So she makes random features.
All them writers from that first album, gone.
Yeah. And they sued and won, for everybody that's wondering. Like, hey, like, no, this ain't just talk. Like, no, they took her to court. She lost. And like, the result is she can't get another album done that's going to be on that level. So she's
been singing lullabies, walking barefoot in the grass and daisies ever since.
You know what I mean? Like, yo. So on the list, yes. Number one, no. I mean, it can be above above Frank Ocean Blonde. Yeah, that's fine.
That's a given.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Right. You know
Children
what I
of
mean?
the Corn is over Frank Ocean Blonde.
Hey, absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Superbly crunk, nigga.
All day.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
All day.
That's a fact. So man, that's the list. That is the list. Hey, look, and we got that done in under 2 hours too. That was
Barely.
fine. Yeah,
Yeah.
but you know, I mean, but
Yeah.
we talked, we kicked it a
Yeah.
little bit.
Yeah,
you know,
for me,
my intro was a little long.
That the bad one was the one that I was say my omission. That's the biggest omission of all time. I don't know if any one of y'all could come up with another omission bigger than that.
No.
I don't have one bigger than that, pause, but I do have some other ones. But Wang, what you got?
As far as what should have made the list,
Yeah.
because you can't be new. I was going to double back because we had the conversation of first album.
Yeah, debut albums. Yeah, I already know where you're going.
There's no fucking way DMX doesn't make the list.
Yeah. Hey.
There's no way.
He don't got none on the list.
Nope. None on the list. Like, we're not gonna act like whether you go flesh of my flesh, blood of my blood. If you go, and then there was X. If you go, Great Depression, and it doesn't. It's dark, but hell is high. It doesn't matter. Pick one. How does he not make the list at all?
Well, off top, It's Dark should be on here. It's Dark and Hell is Hot should be on this list. That would be my pick. I'm not even going to be shy about that. Like, if there is, again, if we're adding the albums that we're adding on here, then DMX's Dark and Hell is Hot has to be on this list.
Like, the Beastie Boys made the fucking list, but DMX doesn't make the list.
Yeah. Hey,
I can name 2 other albums that should get the Beastie Boys the fuck out of here and on the rap side.
Let's go.
The Purple Tape.
Oh, hey.
Raekwon only built for Cuban links.
You know I ain't arguing that.
And Young Jeezy TM 101.
Now, I feel you on Jeezy. If we're doing nothing but hip hop, yeah.
If Beastie Boys is on there, those 2 should be above them. I don't care if they 99 and 100. I don't care.
Yes.
I don't care. Beastie Boys should be 207.
I got, hey, you know. Wait, hey, that man said they should be 207. Hey, listen. I'm not going to.
Dog.
I can't argue. You know what I mean? I cannot argue that. You dig what I'm saying? Because I mean, I guess I'm in the minority in this group because I do think that the Beastie Boys off Impact should be on the list. I do.
Impact. Young Jeezy TM 101 made me sell dope for 2 weeks. And like
yeah. Listen.
Nigga, 2 weeks, shit. I made a lifestyle of it.
Hey,
man.
Hey! I got pulled over with 2 8-balls, and they never checked me, and I gave up quick. I got out.
Oh no!
I said, this is God. Get me out of here. I am not BMF. No, I am not BMF.
Oh man, that is funny. That is hilarious.
Okay. But being serious though, how does Nelly not make the list?
You know that is a great question.
I'm not even a big fan of Nelly like that. But how does Nelly not make the list?
No, hey, listen. No, you raised a great point. I mean, again, I think everybody with a diamond album should have made this list, and Nelly is one of those people.
Absolutely. Country Grammar album most definitely should have made the list.
Mm-hmm. So yeah. So you got me there. So with y'all, you know, Michael Jackson Bad. Yeah, that's definitely the biggest album. Again, I'll lobby for Off the Wall and Dangerous, but I mentioned it earlier, and I'll say it again now. No Queen album made this list, and I was actually shocked by that.
Really?
You know, between News of the World and A Night at the Opera, I would have expected the Queen album to make this list.
No Bon Jovi made the list.
Yeah, no Bon Jovi made the list. Shit, hey, Phil Collins, No Jacket Required, should have made this list.
Yeah, Phil Collins didn't make the list.
Yeah,
like,
they wilding out for that. They wilding out.
Like, what are we doing?
Yeah. I mean, like, pick an album. Like, I mean, because like literally they picked an album with none of the slaps I recognize on it from other artists. So, but like Phil Collins, No Jacket Required, that's like the one. Now, In the Air Tonight ain't on that album, but Sudio and One More Night is on that album. Like, so you know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know how Queen and Phil Collins don't make an album like, I mean, a list like this. I don't know. And I was not gonna get out of here without mentioning my guy. And again, this is another reason why it's like, how the fuck does a SZA or a Frank Ocean or a Solange make this list when my guy John Mayer does not make this list?
Oh,
dog. And I don't even care what album. Heavier Things or Continuum. But one of those albums should have made this list. Both of them should make this list if you're asking me. But like, I don't even get it. I literally do not get it. How does a John Mayer album not make a top 100 list? And it's literally like, it's checking off every box that it appears that they're trying to make, whether it's artistically or statistically.
I just had another one pop in my head.
Yo,
R&B made this guy a superstar.
Mm-hmm.
Bobby Brown, Don't Be Cruel.
Hey, again, yo, Bobby Brown, Don't Be Cruel should be on this list. If we think SOS got slaps on it, listen to the first 5 songs on fucking Don't Be Cruel.
But the fact Justin Bieber didn't make the list.
Yeah, hey, but you know what? I get that one though a little bit, even though because when he don't get me wrong, I do think Justin Timberlake dropped one of the best R&B albums of last decade.
Justified.
You know what I'm saying? But
Future 6 Love Sounds is not on that list.
Yeah. Brent just said Justin Timberlake didn't make the list. Hey, Bruno Mars didn't make this list. I was actually gonna go there next. 24 Karat, Gorilla,
24 Karat Magic.
Unorthodox. None of these albums made the list. Nothing from Bruno Mars made it. Nothing from Justin Timberlake made it. Again, I literally don't know.
Didn't make it.
You said who?
The Miguel album.
Oh yeah. Hard. Oh, hey, Kaleidoscope Dream. Yeah, that's not on here. Hey, so fuck out of here, Apple Music. like, bro, we've named 10 albums better than your list.
Yeah, man, like for real, dog.
And it took us 3 minutes. It took us 3 minutes, and we had at least 10 legendary artists with a great album, or that should be considered to be in the great album conversation for your list.
Now, I am glad one artist did not make the list.
I know where you're going already.
I was so excited. I was so happy. It made my life's work of hating this man, made me feel like I did my job.
Hey, drum roll, please.
No LL Cool J.
I was waiting.
No LL Cool J.
Oh my God.
Oh shit.
I'm so proud of myself. I want to thank the Academy. I want to thank Apple Music for not putting that man on there. For years, I've thought he was nowhere as good as he thinks he is. Or people have gave me. I've slapped somebody for being funny and listening to him in my face before. Cameron was there. I told the guy, look, I'm not trying to hear that. And he was trying to be funny and turn it up as loud as he could.
Oh, gosh.
I said, so you playing with me right now? And he looked at me, started rapping the song. So I slapped him. It just happened so fast. I'm sorry to you. You know who you are who got slapped. I'm sorry to you. Because you did not deserve that. It wasn't your fault.
I need that one. I need that one in the chat. I need to answer that one in the chat.
Man. Listen. Oh man. Hey. Again. So hey, you know, and not for nothing. Hey, look, no Run DMC. They didn't make the list. Janet Jackson, Rhythm Nation. Maroon 5 didn't make the list.
No Mariah Carey.
No Mariah. No Whitney.
No Whitney. No Luther.
Yeah.
Apple Music, your list is trash.
Hey, listen, and I know that everybody's indifferent, but no Coldplay and no Nickelback.
No Green Day.
Yeah, no Green Day. Hey, no Dave Matthews Band.
No Green Day, no Dave Matthews Band.
Yeah, Chicago didn't make the list. Chicago didn't make the list. Journey didn't make the list. Foreigner didn't make the list. Damn, who was I about to say? Yeah, it's a lot of artists that are definitely like just legacy acts. I said Dave Matthews Band, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they weren't on there. I'm literally shocked. I'm shocked. Yeah, Coldplay never like, yeah.
Sometimes you just gotta let people be stupid. You know what I'm saying? Let people stupid. Man. You know,
I'm surprised they didn't put their girl Celine Dion on this list. Hey, Brendan, Red Hot Chili Peppers not on the list.
Yeah,
Aerosmith. Aerosmith not on this list.
Nah, they tripping for that
one. You know what I mean? Like
they got
Frank Ocean is number 5.
Right, yeah, right. But Frank Ocean number 5. That's crazy.
Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here.
Man, shoot, the Sun Dodgers missed their best acts.
Yeah, hey.
That's because they were trying to cape to us in the wrong fucking way.
Yeah. Trying to cape to us with the first. They just went on Google and picked the first album they saw.
Doobie Brothers,
Blind,
not
Frank
on the
Ocean.
list.
Hey,
no Doobie Brothers either.
And what we not gonna do is act like Michael McDonald wasn't the motherfucking man.
Man, you did.
Man,
you did.
That nigga was cold.
Yeah. And even, okay, so you know what? I want to say this, and we can close out here because obviously our list is getting way better than theirs. But obviously we know why this gentleman wouldn't be on the list. But should an R. Kelly album make a list like this?
Yes. The music is the music. The music didn't touch little girls. He did.
Man. You got me there. Which album would you what album from Robert Sylvester would you like to see on the list?
First of all,
like
never say Robert Sylvester the way you just said it.
That's his name. Robert Sylvester Kelly. You know what I mean?
That Sylvester was crazy.
Hey, it sounded like he was calling him up to the stage at a strip club or some shit like that. Robert Sylvester.
Yeah, Kelly. You know what I mean?
But just to simplify it,
TP2
for me, TP2 or 12 play.
Okay.
One or the other. Or maybe even the R. Even the R. But TT2 for sure. That to me, that was his best body work.
Anybody who can sing in falsetto at the end, feeling on your booty the way he did, that's it.
Yeah, that is classic audio recording right there. I will say that.
Anybody who can do that like
that? Yeah, hey, you got me. You got me there.
That's it to me. That's the one
So,
right
yeah.
there.
Man, so yeah, man. So hey, man, Apple, you missed the mark.
Yeah.
Our list is better than y'all's. Man,
hey. Please don't try to do that shit again.
Please.
Oh, you know they won't stop. You know they won't stop.
They're gonna do it next. They're gonna do a crazy list next year. It's gonna be the most influential black artist.
Now look, I'll tell you what. You let Babyface not be on that list, and I'm gonna burn the Apple building down. I'm going to fucking throw a Molotov at an Apple store. And I know 2 of them out here. So,
you just incriminated yourself already.
I didn't say where I was, but when I David Koresh the situation,
damn,
be forewarned.
That man went straight to David.
You know
he went straight to DK. That was crazy.
You know what I mean? Hey, listen, firmly in my bag. But hey, man, look, man, it's been a pleasure, guys.
Man,
this was great. This was great. Oh man. Hey, listen, man, make sure y'all check out Made in the 1980s. Thank you for everybody that tuned in and out throughout this whole ordeal. Be sure to pick up where you left off. I got a feeling that we're going to be doing something like this very similar. Again, there's a lot that I'm sure that J-Dub can't wait to say. And we're going to give him the opportunity to say it. So
I'm always with it.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel safe and at home in a place that allows me to be myself.
And there it is. And that's what we all about building, man. Hey, so listen, thank y'all for tuning in to the live. Thank you for the comments. I hope y'all shared it. I saw some of the reactions. Thank y'all so much. Hey, myself, Wang Dang, J-Dub, we here and know always love.